Dark side, light this bitch up.
Good morning. Oh, I got a banner up. Good morning. First, before I begin, let me just say I apologize for yesterday. I definitely was hit with a last minute request. I got an email at like 11:58 on Tuesday from someone saying, "Hey, can you do this request?" And the request was for someone from our team to give a presentation at a board meeting on Wednesday at 9:30, and no one had nothing together. And so I'm up in the morning thinking, damn, I'm trying to put stuff together for my show for YouTube. And at the same time, I need to do this. So I just decided to cancel it and come Thursday, So thank you all for allowing me to do that and being so patient. So I definitely appreciate it. And everything did turn out well. I definitely rose to the occasion. I always feel like people be trying me, like, we'll see if he can do it, So, and I always show up and then show out. So we did what we had to do. So let's see. Good morning, no one cares. Good morning to you. Thank you for being here. Good morning, Shay. Good morning. It's good to see you. Good morning, Hot Spicy Tea. Hey, Carrie Ray. Good morning. Miss Jones. Good morning, Miss Jones. Yeah, DKL definitely did that thing with this song. I need DKL to do a theme song of my life to play when I want. Okay. He did his thing with that song. Hey, Miss Toby. Good morning to you. Thank you for being here. Hey, Bright Star. Good morning to you. Good morning. Angel Minaj. Good morning to you. It's a new face. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming through. So it is Thursday, 6:35 a.m. and I have the next 2 days off. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of different things. I have some other stuff coming up outside of my job. So I'm enjoying today and I'll be enjoying tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be able to go live late this evening. I promised you all that. And then every time it came to it, I was knocked the fuck out. And then I wake up at 2, I'm not going live now. So hopefully I can do something like that, because I really do want to have a different kind of vibe. Good morning, Brick Girl. Good morning to you. I'm happy all turned out well for you yesterday. Yes, Bright Star. Thank you. I like I said, I really feel like people and I don't want to call anyone out, but I do feel like people around me oftentimes try to at work to throw me under the rug or push me. Hey, I won't be able to do this. Can you do it at 11:58 at night? You then decided that this is something you can't do, and there's no presentation prepared. Okay, I'll take that. Good morning, V. Good morning, V. It's good to see you. Hey, Miss Margot. Hey, Miss Margot. It's good to see you. All right, well, let's just start. Let's get right into some things. And as you know, I didn't I'm slowing up on the supporting of organizations every day for the live show, for the morning show, and I actually want to break it up. I want to do a celebrity show, and then I want to do a local news show, because these topics, they're getting longer and longer on each side. I don't know if you can see it, but I have a hot topic side and then I have a local news side, and I feel like there are two different crowds of people. So I'm trying to figure out, how do I do that? Because it's literally like I have two shows in one live, and I don't have enough time to like do one show and then do another show in the same day. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that, because I always figure myself like, how you have a 2-hour show, but it's always because I have the two different lanes. So the one thing I do want to put in you all's head to do some research on, and we'll come back and talk about it, is redistricting. I want you all to just start looking at some redistricting laws, because a lot of that is going to start coming up in the news, and we'll be talking about that more frequently on the local news side of things. So that's just the heavy topic I wanted to kick off. All right, so let's kick off celebrity news. So the first thing I want to talk about, and I haven't seen anyone really touch on this yet, but the Travis Scott lawsuit update. So good morning to you. Oh my God. Hey, I make sure I get everybody. YouTube just sent my notification. I've already been in the live 5 minutes now. Do better, YouTube. Oh my God. Now I really do see it. Good morning, Peace, Brother King. Good morning, Red Wings Hockey. Good morning to you. Good morning, Cash App and bullshit. All right, so the first thing we're gonna get to is the Astro World Festival civil lawsuit. So if you don't know, the first actual hearing of the lawsuit was in connection with the Astro World was this past Tuesday. It started at 9:30 a.m. and it was the first of nearly 400 lawsuits that were combined into one. So they had a total of a dozen law firms representing people at the concert. They were in the Houston courtroom. Some of the lawyers also represented families of the 10 victims who were killed on November 5th. So lawyers told the ABC News team that this is the start of the process to determine which law firm will be the lead plaintiff in the case, meaning rather than dozens of lawyers from different firms, a handful of attorneys will handle the litigation. The hearing was all about getting everyone on the same page ahead of this marathon case. It's a highly emotional case. They anticipate it could be 2 or 3 years of litigation, and that this could span about several years before there's an end to this lawsuit. This case should be tried in the courtroom and not on social media or press releases. They added that they prefer arguments are made to the court and when appropriate to the jury and not before. There should not be an attempt to influence the jury online. Travis Scott. And so they also said that this could make it harder to bring public information on what's happening with the lawsuit, because they want to keep everything very private until it's completely over with. So in a nutshell, what we're learning out is that it won't be easy to resolve this. Eventually, it will get resolved without the need for jury trials, at least for many of these cases, but it's going to be a long time before that. So what they do believe is that this will be settled out of court, but before they even get to the settlement part, they fear that they'll have to, go to battle with Travis Scott's attorneys before they even, decide that this is going to be a heavily litigated lawsuit. So what do you guys think about that? Now, I think it's very interesting that Travis Scott's team hasn't decided to settle this yet, because if you don't know, the more this plays out, the more litigation plays out, the more costlier it becomes, not only just Travis Scott, but Live Nation, the record label. They've also got other folks tied up into this, Drake as well. So I'm very shocked, but because it's 400 cases, I'm sure that if he admits fault on one and pays out on one, it'll be a domino effect on all the lawsuits. So at this point, I really think that he is just waiting and letting them play this out. I imagined it was going to be a long time before we heard something, but I didn't think it would be several several years of litigation for this man. So I don't know what kind of emotional distress is going to put on him, but we do know that he's performing with Kanye West at Coachella. So hopefully that will be his coming back out into the public in terms of performing and diving back into his music career. But I don't think this will ever go away. This will always play in the back of his head. This will always be an issue for him performing at larger venues. I'm sure they're going to want someone like a bigger headliner for him to come in. So that way that the bigger headliner will be more poised to manage a crowd than him, similar to the Kanye West and Travis Scott at Coachella. So we will see. I'll stay tuned to this. I'll keep you all posted. But the next court date isn't until April. And so the judge also issued a gag order because this is a high profile subject matter and it garners national and local media coverage. There's going to be extensive attorney interviews, and they fear that attorneys will post on social media, and fear it will be a biased journey. So I will keep you posted on everything that's going on with Travis Scott and the lawsuit. So far, day one, they're trying to figure out who is going to be the leading attorneys and who is going to have the leading preside over the leading case. So it'll be interesting to see which one is the most impactful, which one is the heaviest, brings the most risk, injury. So we'll see. All right, number two. Second story I want to get into is K.Michelle. K.Michelle. What are you doing, K.Michelle? What are you doing? Okay, I don't know if you all saw or paid attention, but I got the footage for you, so don't worry. You know, I got it for you. But K.Michelle was trending on Wednesday, yesterday, because of something she did during a recent performance. So she was singing one of my favorite songs of hers, which is Can You Stand the Rain? But now I don't know, looking at this performance, like, or are you slow? It didn't give me sexy or anything. It gave me very slow in the brain. So K.Michelle was feeling risky and pulled out her breast for a moment, flashing the crowd before putting her top back on. Just check this out. And y'all tell me if y'all think she's pulling a Wendy. If she's pulling a Wendy early in the game. I know you're not gonna go slow today. Y'all bear with my Okay, can you all see? Did y'all see it? I'm sorry I was preaching. I'm sorry about that, please, y'all. I'm sorry. Do y'all see it? Let me see if I got you all back. Can y'all hear me? Do I sound? Am I okay? I'm sorry about that. I don't know why my internet is acting like this. I guess you can get the max of everything. You can have the best internet, but it will be spotty. I have these fucking Xbox. I have literally one right here. All my gadgets are off the Wi-Fi. My tablet, my desktop, my phone. So I don't understand why it's acting like this. So my bad. But it wasn't an accidental flip. No, it wasn't. She literally was like, and pulled it out. It just what it does for me, it takes this whole women empowerment. I'm doing all of this, you know, don't go and get breast implants. Don't go and get your body changed. I'm doing all of this. And then you go on stage and you just look stupid and slow. And so it just made, and I'm just like, K.Michelle, what the fuck are you doing? And to that song, out of all the songs, you have so many other raunchy ass songs you can do it. Can You Stand the Rain? And you just, I know it's talking about can you stand that rain, but damn girl, what the hell? I didn't expect that from her at that point. Can't Raise a Man. I like the way she belched on what is that album? It was the same. Don't get me to start talking. I don't think that was the first time she has flashed her audience. Wasn't she a stripper at one time? Yeah, but she gave up all of those things. She talked about it. She talked about how she wants to start empowering women about their bodies, and that's why she took this route. That's why she did that show. Was it on Lifetime or was it on E or Oxygen? But she did a show and she talked specifically about even her having a, cover up, and that's why she wanted to go cross over to country music because it allows her to sing in a different way. And then you see her go do stuff like this. It's almost like, okay, we get it. We get it. She was having a hot flash. This must be the year showing body parts. Miss Jones, aren't we? Didn't we just talk about this in the comments? Like, I'm here for it though. She hadn't it. She was having a hot flash. Hey, Sticks girl, good morning to you. These artists need to let their talent show. Nobody cares about their body. Wait till we get to is that the next story? No, wait till we get to the next story. She just had the itch to be on the spotlight. That's what it was. That's all I thought. The first time I saw it, I said, oh, she just wants to be on the papers tomorrow. Well, you got it. You were in the neighborhood talk, literally from your show, what, Monday night? Like, girl, she was a stripper. I didn't know that. Yeah, she said she was a stripper. Miss Margot. I like the one song, Not a Little Bit by her. That I like that album. Is that the album where she has that Kim Kardashian song? Everybody Wants to Be Like Kim K. K.Michelle's all over the place. And there we go. And that's exactly what I was trying to get to. I was trying to get to the fact that it just came randomly out of nowhere. Like nobody asked her for a boob. No, I think people were just in the crowd just chilling with her. Nice to see. I'm over there vibing, y'all. Hands up. Bam. And then the crowd died down so heavy. It was just like, did you really get the moment you wanted? It literally was like, yay. Did you really get the moment you wanted? You ain't Janet Jackson. Ain't nobody checking for you like that. Okay. Hey, Rico. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I was watching y'all this morning. Some women equate being sexually free with empowerment as well. And I'm learning that through watching Britney Spears as she completely becomes liberated from her conservatorship. And some of the first things she's doing on social media is just showing how free she is with her body, taking these pictures. And of course, she's with her fiance Sam, but it's also I'm just like, wow, these are the first things you'd like to do on social media as you begin to liberate yourself from your conservatorship. So I mean, girl, do what you got to do. I just think that there's so many other things these people could be doing, but whatever. She has talent. I wish she would just get it together. She really does. And I really wish she would give us the country album. She says, some folks may not be into country music, but there are some country songs I enjoy listening to. And if I could get an artist like her to, go mainstream in country, I think it might pull a lot of people like me who got a foot in, but not all the way in the door. So, I mean, she got a step there. It seems like being a stripper is the entertainment industry is a prerequisite to be to the so-called fame. Oh, I mean, I was going to say ask Cardi B, but now I'm hearing that Cardi B is an icon. I mean, she's a superstar and an icon. I'm just like, God damn. One minute she says she's going to go strictly country, then she steps back to popping them titties out, right? She steps right back into the mess. Yes, she does. All right, let's go to another story real quick. So I don't know if you all saw this, and I know this happens a lot to them. I always said I wonder how they deal with it when people probably mistake Serena for Venus, considering she's probably the more popular tennis player. So New York Times ran an article with Serena Williams about Serena Williams and her recent venture, Capital Ventures. And instead of them including a picture of Serena, they had the incorrect photo and they had the photo of Venus. And so, it bothered her. It rubbed her the wrong way. So, and she of course took to Twitter to, air out her own little grievances. And so here's the actual article that they posted. And if you can see down there at the bottom of the picture, where's my arm? Oh, can't do it. We're right here. You'll see that they have the wrong picture of her. And it's talking about something that she's really, really excited about. It's talking about her venture capitalist program. So she went on to state, so she says, no matter how far we come, we get reminded that it's not enough. This is why I raised 111 million for Serena Adventures to support the founders who are overlooked by ingrained systems, woefully unaware of their biases. Because even I am overlooked. You can do better, New York Times. And I agree. New York, I could expect this from, a local newspaper, but the New York Times is a very national, worldwide, it's known. And I can imagine how she feel this being printed over in some foreign country, and it has her sister's picture and it's not her. I don't give a fuck how close we look together. I'm the one putting my money up for my capital venture program. So I was very shocked by New York Times doing something like that. And then I was reading some of the comments on Twitter and stuff like that. And folks have started pointing out other articles where they've not only mistaken Black people and for other folks throughout all different articles throughout the years. So I think it's very interesting that this stuff is now like becoming too light. It's putting people on blast. Girl, you could have reached out to someone. I'm shocked whoever did this article didn't have enough wherewithal to actually type Serena Williams into Google to pull up a picture. Yes, I love her country song. Country music is storytelling. Yeah, she can give us storytelling. Who icon? Cash App, are we on the same page? I got so angry reading this article talking about Cardi B is an icon. She's a superstar. I'm sitting here thinking like, y'all letting this first fucking album go to y'all head. I swear to God, y'all are. Okay, it's still going on the chart. There's so many other artists who still like, let me not start my hate train this morning on Cardi B. Cardi B, keep doing your thing. I'm only responding to the media. This is not your issue to deal with. This is me and how the media is portraying you. So keep doing you, boo. We all look alike. That's what makes me mad. That's really what makes me mad. That makes me mad. Hey, Tracy's World. Good morning to you. I hate when they do that. And then they offered no apology, no retraction, no nothing yet. It's been nothing said. So I think that's what everyone's waiting on. And I'm reading an article from CNN Business Talk, and they have nothing where the Times came out and said, we apologize for this mistake. And they talked about the time when they did the Samuel L. Jackson 2014 interview and they mistaked him for Lawrence Fishburne. Then they talked about how they mistake Patti LaBelle's photo for Aretha Franklin. Like, come on now. These are people who look completely different, and we're still doing this. New York Times, you got to do better, because now I'm going to be scrutinizing y'all ass too. So she had every right to be pissed off. Yes, she did. She did. When you get off live, can you look under your bed for my chain, please? You starting this early. You starting early, Sims. I told you to take it. I don't like having people leave stuff. You got to take it. If you don't take it, it's gone. Right, sorry. The fact that they lie tell us she's no icon. I can't with it. You can't tell me she no damn icon. They say all Black folks look alike. Icon to the strippers making it out. God damn it. She's an icon to the strippers. No. Now, see, this is what I will give you. As much as I stand low, Nicki Minaj, and I go up and damn near know the whole. Do we have a problem? Bar for bar and busting bar for bar. I know for a fact Lil' Kim is an icon. I know for a fact when Lil' Kim stepped on the scene, her whole presence transcended a lot of different things. She changed the game for a lot of people. She made it okay for people like Nicki Minaj and those that come from behind her to be such this sex appeal for rap, because if you don't remember, rap started out as women empowerment. And I remember watching this show by the lady who got punched in the face, D, the one who got punched in the face by Dr. Dre at that party. And she hosted a whole women's empowerment rap concert from in the 80s. And it had all of the rap women I didn't even know. I'm like, oh, she raps? You could tell all of them were dressed up, like covered up, and they were talking about You gotta, respect me and all of this stuff. It wasn't what it was. And then you got Lil Kim who shifted that. So I can call her that. But Cardi B hasn't done nothing but make being unaware, uninformed on certain things okay. She's made that to me be okay when she does certain things. Like, oh, okay, so it's cute to not know and then just by default find out. And then now you're smart. You're this brilliant person because you know what you didn't know. I mean, I guess that's the course of learning and growing, but I can't call Cardi B, not yet. That's too soon for me. She was just on Love and Hip Hop with a chipped tooth. I'm like, hell no. See, y'all gotta understand. Y'all gotta start looking up to better people. I'm serious. Hey, Jay Parrish. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. I'm serious. Sims be playing. Y'all finna get me caught up. No. New York Times shaking my head now. What got me was how did you confuse Patti LaBelle with Aretha Franklin? The faces are completely different. Patti LaBelle and Aretha Franklin, even the tone of that interview is going to be completely different. Patty's going to be poised. Aretha's just going to tell it how it is. Aretha's going, oh man, I wish I could have. She's somebody else was on my bucket list to interview. Her and Dionne Warwick. Wait, Cardi is an icon though. She's the current face of female rap now. If they had called her a legend, that's a different story. So when you say icon, like there's many other female rappers that want to be exactly like Cardi B, or it's other female rappers that want to be like Nicki. Because when I think of icon, I literally think of like the icon on your computer desktop that you click because it represents this body behind it. So when I see Cardi B, I don't think of the whole rap game. I think of, I don't know. Cardi is no I. Okay. Rico, thank you. Okay. Missy, yes. I definitely say Missy is an icon. I have her Pass the Dutch playing the other day. Come on, shake your stuff. I was like, she was killing it. Come on. I won't be surprised if they call her a legend. Just wait, it's happening. They're heading in that direction. I have to totally disagree with you. She's just the current face of female rap. Uninformed, found people working at New York Times now. For the change, people don't care about researching and verifying info. And you know what, Carrie? The saddest part about this is that she didn't even get a digital version of her article. It literally was a print version. If you notice that she could only give us the print copy of it, she wasn't even worth it being in the digital, like online, because I was trying to go online to pull it up to see if they switched the picture out. It's literally a print article. So I'm sitting thinking like, damn, y'all can't even, she can't even get a online version for it to be corrected. It's literally now here in papers, probably all over the world, misprinted. That's worse. That's just up there with someone saying, not giving you the doctor title or putting MD behind you when they're addressing you like in a salutation or some form or some manner. It's just like that. Good morning. Yeah, Queen Latifah is an icon. I mean, in various lanes, acting, even her talk show, she was an icon on that. Rapping, of course, but she's definitely an icon. And the way she just played her, she just was her naturally and just let the entertainment industry absorb her the way she was. I just love that. It's like she threw herself out there and said, look, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm not this, I'm this. And it worked for her. That should be young, not found. Oh, the uninformed. Oh, young and young. Oh, okay. I see. Not even a second album. That's what I said. She doesn't even have a second album. Y'all still writing this first wave. I admit it is definitely a feat to have not released the album in this long and still have your first album to still be on the chart within the top 200. That is a hell of a feat. Some people albums drop all the way off. Hers maintained in the top 100 and then it fell to like the top 200. Even to this day, people are still listening to that album. I wouldn't be shocked if she, Culture, and Offset don't play the album every day at the house. I wouldn't be sure. Be careful with me. I can see it now. Well said, just the current face. As soon as someone else pops off, she would be forgotten. Well, that's what they think with Doja Cat, and I just cannot get. I mean, I like Doja Cat's music. I like some of her songs. I just can't get into Doja Cat the artist. I don't feel like there's. I feel like she is a mixture of everyone. I don't see no unique individuality. I don't know. I'm not really into her like that. Doja Cat. Maybe it's because I'm on the Nicki side, and I try not to be biased, but do you, boo? Them meaning random media outlets. Right. That's what make her an icon. She's the current face of female rap. Like Lil Kim was during her era and Nicki was before Cardi. These ladies are now legends. Mm-hmm. All right, Sims. We gonna have to have a whole Cardi I'm gonna have to get Wiley too. Cause see, Wiley be playing these games. He don't think I be noticing him come for Nicki. And I'm just like, you a whole fan, Wiley? Why are you coming for Nicki? We know I know you're a fan. Hey, Bohemian Beauty. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. You can't discount Cardi's collabs as well. And you cannot, this is the one thing I've said in every single video that I give Cardi credit. Cardi has some of the best visuals by fucking far. Her visuals for what was it? Up. Oh my God, was the shit. And what was the other one? Her visuals are always the shit to me. So that lets me know that she is creative. She doesn't mind doing things and being provocative and stuff like that. And so that goes well with someone who is untalented in their lane. And I say that she's not a rapper. She didn't come out, this is something that she's now stepping into and it's working for her. Pairing that with all of that creativity side, I think that's great entertainment. I think it's very entertaining. I think we look at that. I look at her visuals more than I do when I'm listening to her songs. I don't know, but I can't take that away from her. She reminds me of Janet when it comes to the visual side. Like when you see their music paired with what they had in their brain, the vision of it. So, and even if she's paying for it, she's paying some good fucking money for it because it looks really, really good. An icon is someone who's been in the game for decades. Young people don't necessarily understand the prerequisites to become an icon. They just use the terms loosely because they like that particular celebrity. Well, I can admit, would I say Nicki Minaj is an icon? I would say Nicki Minaj has made her place in the female rap game. Now, whether it has been iconic, that's still to be told. That's still to be told. I don't want to just put that on her. That's a lot that comes behind that. So, but she's definitely up there. Like you can't take that away from her. I wouldn't call her an icon or legend, but she's doing her thing right. Wiley, listen, Wiley already know, and I be trolling Wiley. Cardi has a great personality and social media helped her career. She's one of the leads at this point, if not for her commercial draw and personality alone. I agree. She is one of the leads, and everybody's anticipating her work. It's just that you can't. It's just like somebody saying Normani is going to be the next Beyonce. You like, for real? Okay. I ain't see that. I mean, damn, she got some time to do that, right? That's how I feel with Cardi B. I'm like, she's still, if this is what we're crediting what she's already done as iconic, just imagine what else she has up her sleeve. Or are we already saying that she's been in her prime? Like, are we throwing her in this prime spot already? So I don't know. Icon to me is trend setting. True. Exactly. So that's what I was saying. Good morning. Hey, Gemini. Good morning to you. So, damn, we was on Serena Williams. All right, so the Serena wrapped that up. That was her statement to them. New York Times hasn't retracted it or done anything different, and so I wasn't able to say like what their statement was. So I'll be tuned because I'm curious to see how they clean this up. Now let's go into another story. So I believe the last time I was here, I talked about this artist, and I said, "Oh, now you're back, and we're going to talk about you on the total opposite of what we talked about you the last time." So here, Lizzo. Now, if y'all remember when we were here before, we were here because she was interviewed saying how she hates the Nutty Professor, the movie, and how it was so much pain because during a certain portion of the movie, it made her feel bad. she realized it was me and all of those things. And so I was saying, like, okay, we get it, great. Now, what made you who you are today? Why are you so happy? Like, what is it about you? And we get this. And I said, this is the only kind of messages we want to hear you when it comes to you talking about yourself in a negative way. Because again, you are in the spotlight. People are looking for you for motivation to see how you're doing it. So Lizzo's come out here to say that she likes being fat and considers herself a body icon like Lil Kim and Kardashian. She says that she thinks she has a really hot body. They're like, there was no Lizzo before Lizzo. The Detroit-born singer represents big girls around the world, embracing her shape and becoming one of the most body-positive celebrities today. So during her recent cover story with People, Lizzo spoke about why she considers herself a body icon like Kim Kardashian. And she says, okay, we all know I'm fat. I know I'm fat. It doesn't bother me. I like being fat, and I'm beautiful, and I'm healthy. So can we move on? Now hold up. Now hold the fuck up now. Now hold up and close the front door. Can we move on? But just a couple of days ago, you were in the article talking about this. So no, we can't move on. Now do you all see what I mean when I say, Lizzo, you can't do one thing, want sympathy for it, and then come out here and do this and then want praise. I'm still stuck over here. I'm still issuing you sympathy. So it's like, I hate when celebrities go to their vulnerable spots and play on it in the media. Oh, I'm bad at this. Oh, now I'm good. Oh, I'm bad. Oh, now we're good. Oh, now I'm bad. Oh, girl, you decide what you want to put out here, and then we'll respond to that. And that's what you've been seeing. So that's why this is going to always be an issue for her, because I feel like Lizzo is still dealing with a lot of this stuff. And unfortunately, she's doing it in the public. So we're getting these mixed messages. I'm comfortable with myself. Well, I had these moments. Well, I'm comfortable. And some people will say that it's okay, but I don't think it's healthy for her to do that in the public where there's so many people judging her. If you go on Twitter under this same topic, it's just the same amount of people talking crap about her that are in support of her. That's why I'm like, Lizzo, the only articles or the only things you really should be talking about when it comes to this is talk about the positive stuff. Make people hate you because you are becoming the person who celebrates and likes who they are. That's the only thing I was saying. That's sort of the what I really wanted to get across, because I don't understand how. Let me finish reading her statement. So then she goes on. I think I have a really hot body. I'm a body icon, and I'm embracing that more and more every day. It may not be the one person's ideal body type, just like, say, Kim Kardashian might not be someone's body idea, but she's a body icon and has created a modern day beauty standard. And what I'm doing is stepping into my confidence and my power to create my own beauty standard. And one day that will just be the standard. And she says, I wasn't supposed to be a millionaire. I wasn't supposed to be a sex symbol. I wasn't supposed to be on the cover of People, but I am. So how can I make this worthwhile? How can I make this not just a flash in the pan? Didn't I? God, it's like she was over here in the bushes watching us. I swear to God. That's the only thing that I was saying, Lizzo, was you can't be doing that kind of stuff and then expect for us to all go up when you have these moments of, I'm a sex symbol. Well, you got me lost. So I'm happy that this is the message. This is what you want to put out here. I think it coincides well with your show about positive body positivity and the women that you have coming on as your backup dancers. Keep this message up. This works well for you. This goes well with, I see someone growing with less focus on what other people think about them, because you're moving in positivity and you're not dwelling in woe is me. I mean, we all have our woe is me stories. We all got shit we can dwell about. I got shit I can dwell about. But I mean, after a while, people, when they see successful people dwelling, it becomes like, bitch, you're complaining. Like, now you're complaining. Now you're complaining. You know what I mean? So that's what I wanted to say about that. Oh crap. That's like when Jada, hey, good morning, life is good. That's like when Jaden Smith came out with that song, I Am an Icon. Like, little boy, sit down. No, your daddy is an icon, right? An icon is different from a face. Run DMC are icons and are still relevant 30 years later. A face only lasts while pretty. What? I don't know if you were talking about the icon reference I made earlier. And that's what I pretty much am saying is like, they would embody everything that comes behind it. So if you put the words rap down and you had somebody face to represent that, I'm saying that Cardi B wouldn't be a good person to embody everyone that comes behind that, at least within the last 10 years or whatever her time frame has been. Clyde, what's going on? Good morning to you. Oh my God, enough of Lizzo and her body. Can we just get, we're not getting that. She is on a PR, a whole promo push. I don't Lizzo really like her body, to be honest. We see eye to eye. We see eye to eye. You can tell when somebody is covering up. Hey Shantae, good morning. Good morning. I don't think, nope. You can see when she's flip flopping. Thank you. That's all I'm saying. That's literally all I'm saying. Like, that's all I'm saying. That's really what I'm saying. Good morning. Thank you, Miss Toby. Please like the video, you all. Please hit the like button video. What y'all consider as what I consider a legend. An icon is basically just an icon, someone that is the current face of the art or industry. So it's really a question about what is an icon and what is a legend. They do this and speak about they are okay with their body. Give her another year, she'll be fine. Oh God. Because y'all are saying everything I said. As I'm reading, I'm like, okay. I know how this goes. I agree, Castro. If Lizzo really like her body, we wouldn't keep having this conversation. I'm so tired of Lizzo. I'm just glad I don't have to say any of this. Lizzo is so annoying. How about that? We don't owe Lizzo nor Cardi reverence. They haven't been in the game long enough to be an icon. Now, Lizzo is definitely not no icon. And now we just gotta hold the horses there, put them back in the stable. Ain't nobody going no fucking where. She is not an icon at all. I want Lizzo to wait. Her choose depression or confidence. Oh my God, you can't be both. That is a perfect way, honey. Are you depressed or are you? Oh my God, she's becoming ignorant. She is. I agree. Lizzo is lost. Fake self-esteem. That's what it is, and you instantly see it. It's like, girl, what you want to do is stick with the music and her other endeavors. I want to say she's confidence is here. Here, so wait, did you cover? Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. You know it's coming though. It's coming. I'm over Lizzo. I think she's misunderstood. It's hard for you to understand. I feel for Lizzo. Yeah, I get it, really, B. I get it. I get it. And thank you for understanding. I appreciate it. Legit damn Poppy show. Exactly, Shantae. Yeah, so we're gonna stay tuned. The one thing that I really want to see with Lizzo right now is I want to see how she works with these other women on the show. Like, what is some motivating words she says to them? How does she interact when it comes to talking about that stuff with other people? I think that will give me sort of insight to how she feels about herself, because we rarely get these interactions and stuff like that. So I want to see it. I'm gonna give her a fair watch. All right. Somebody else, a real quick hit and go. Normani. So Normani posted this picture on her Instagram, and she says 17 days, and she got new music coming. Now, if y'all don't remember, she did the same damn thing for the song with her and was it Cardi B? And we all were very underwhelmed. It was just like, go back. So in my mind, I keep saying, why is she doing this? Like, and this song is called Fair. It's supposed to be coming out on March 17th. And I'm saying to myself, why are you hyping us up again? This shit better not. I'm talking about it better fair out the gate. Because what you're doing is you're only hurting yourself when you're promoting stuff that you're not like I would want, at this point, she need to be 10 toes down and this is a good track, or you should have just been silent and drop it on March 17th and put your pictures out. Like, stop giving us this blowing our heads up. Like, because I'm gonna tell you, be honest with you, I'm not even anticipating the track. I'm just like, oh, if I hear it on the radio or if I hear it in passing, but it isn't something like I'm about to go and pre-order the track so when it comes I can download it. No, I'm sort of like Normani. You got to come better. You got to do something else. Now, I guess we heard a little bit of this track when she was in her car and she pulled up and all we heard was the beat. And the same thing with the other song with Cardi B. We heard the beat and it still wasn't. That song came and it went so fast. That shit went so quick, y'all. I don't even think it made an impact. So I'm gonna be in tune to see her. But now, one thing is she looks good. She looks good. Like she looks like she's toned up, all the way toned up. You can't take that away from her. The body is bad. Maybe she need to get on that Sweetie plan and just sell the image, sell the body. Sweetie been on McDonald's all over the world. We know she can't rap to save her life. You can sing, so you might as well try to get on her wave. Do some shit she been doing. Um, exactly, Shantae. This whole conversation is making me sick. Actually, y'all don't even realize how you are perpetuating society's stereotype. How are we perpetuating society's stereotype? What stereotype of her are we perpetuating? I think what we're trying to say is we don't care how you look. We like your music. We like you as a person. And in fact, we like you so much that if you are in a position to tell us how you got into this point, how you are, then share that. But I think a lot of us are saying that we don't we don't relate to Lizzo, the depressed version. We don't relate to that because we don't get that and we don't see that. And if that's the route she's gonna go, then let go that route. But I don't know if you noticed, but she always is different stories, and I think it confuses the artist, the fan base. It confuses a lot of us, and I don't think we certainly want to hurt anyone or perpetuate any type of stereotype. I don't think I know, I don't think we are. Certainly my best friend is a big girl, so I don't think that we are trying to perpetuate it. And I have these conversations with her so I can exactly understand how she feels about it. So I certainly don't want to perpetuate a stereotype. She's going under the knife in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hollywood will make you do that though. That's the thing. You will go in like, hey, I'm all into myself, and then you will come out a different nose, a different all of that stuff. Look at another prime example. K K.Michelle. K.Michelle. And then she had to go and cut it all off, and cut it all out her body. No, you don't get it, and you don't understand. It's clear from your comments, but you have your opinion. Thank you. Thank you, really, B. I appreciate it. Wait, did he understand what I meant? Poppy show. No, no. Wait, what did you say? Legit. Carry damn poppy show. No, I did it. My apologies to the chat. I'm driving. Hey, Red Wings. It's okay. Lizzo needs to talk to Gaburi Sidibe. Not only we know what that means, girl. Cultural clash, sis. Wait, is Normandi, is that how you pronounce it? Normandi is off the 101 in LA. And they have Normandy Drive. It's Normani with no D. Hey, Dr. Unsight. Good morning to you. Thank you for coming through. I don't listen to her, but wish her well. Oh, you don't like Normani? Let me stop trying typing. I'm going to the clouds. What's that? Her body is bad, baby. Yeah, it is. I think overall the issue is her constantly having a conversation. How many people may have a hard time? Honestly, I don't know. I'm only speaking to her conversation. That's really it. We can only talk about what we hear her constantly say. We literally saw her sit in the bathroom crying about how she feels about her body. We saw that. And then we fast forward to today where now she's a sex symbol. She loves her body. She loves who she is. So I think in a lot of ways, we're just witnessing her have this very public, I don't want to say meltdown, but just a sort of, it's happening in the public eye for us to sort of dissect and talk about. I'm sorry to that lady in the black two-piece. Who is that lady? That's okay. I really don't care. Normani. It's so many artists out. My 34-year-old ass can't keep up. Normani. That's what I said. She better pull a Saweetie. I don't know how Saweetie got her untalented ass out here in every fucking deal, everywhere, chilling with everybody. But I want the plan. I want the Saweetie girl plan. Really, I do. Hollywood will make you do the old nip and tuck. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. And it's so sad because even people who you would think are already naturally beautiful or look good, they go and get something done. But people are constantly asking her about it. We are getting sound bites of her answers. It makes it look like she is always talking about it. It was the display of overconfidence Lizzo had when she got popular. Then all of a sudden, the tears. I saw. You can be happy one day and depressed the next. It happens to me, to people all the time. I like her, just not familiar with her music. Okay, all right. Good morning, hey Cheryl Brown. Good morning, hey Ali. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Yeah. So that's all. I'm gonna stay tuned. I'm gonna keep, my eyes and ears to the ground with Lizzo. Hopefully we get some music or something to come out to drown some of this noise we have around her and how she feels about how she looks. Because, girl, you are out here. You are places that people can't even imagine. All right, so let's get to the next story. Laverne Cox, Vivica. So I don't know if you all, are familiar with what happened with Laverne Cox and her comment at, I don't know why. Oh, I showed y'all that. Her comments at the SAG Awards. And so when she was on the red carpet and while she was talking to Will and Jada Smith, she tried to crack a little coy joke saying that she can't wait for any more entanglements from both Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. And now we have Vivica Fox, who stepped into the fray, and she had her own little 2 cents. She called Laverne Cox tacky for mentioning entanglements with Will and Jada. And so I wanted to share a little clip from Fox Soul. Again, that's it's a nice show on Fox, and they actually had a clip of Vivica and what she had to say.
Welcome back to Cocktails with the Queens. All right, ladies, let's get into this story. Actress Laverne Cox served as a red carpet host for the Live from E at the SAG Awards yesterday, and she's currently under fire after cracking a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's entanglement during her interview with Will and Jada. Do you think Laverne was out of line for making that joke on the red carpet? Did y'all see it?
I did.
You saw it, right? What do you think?
Yes, I did, and I was not happy with it. Talk about wrong place, wrong time.
What did she say? Just so we can.
Well, she was just, kind of getting along, but it was like that little dig in there, and no more entanglement for you, Jada, right? And it was just kind of like as she's standing next to her husband, who is absolutely in line to win an Oscar for playing the role of, Richard in the Serena Williams and Venus Williams story, King Richard. And I just thought it was tacky. I absolutely thought it was tacky coming from, that, like, to me, that was like something that, like, maybe Joan Rivers, maybe she was trying to have her Joan Rivers moment, because you know how Joan Rivers would cut somebody and then the next day everybody was talking about it.
Baby, I gotta give it to Vivica. I love when she keeps it real. I mean, what do you all think about Laverne Cox and her statement? Was it timely? Was it appropriate? Was it fun? Child, Laverne messed her up her bag. Well, they said it blacklisted her. They said Fox Soul was saying how this can't get her blacklisted. Then I was reading in the Atlanta Black Star how things like this can blacklist you off the red carpet, because what will happen is celebrities, PR folks will not want to bring you to their station, your station, for an interview. They'll walk right past you. And Vivica Fox was saying that on here too, if I had kept it playing. But she was saying that too, how people may be afraid. Matter of fact, why did I stop it? What's wrong with me? She made a really good point. And my thing is
everybody tries to get like their aha moment that goes viral. And I just think that you have to pick and choose, because, darling, please remember that Will Smith and Jada are a power couple. They do a lot of work. They're very well connected. There are people that now when you might be on the red carpet, they're going to walk right past your ass quickly. There are people, when they see you now, are going to sweep their people right past you and be like, no, we're not, we don't do her. So that's what you set yourself up for when you pick a moment to have a viral moment that, you got to watch, because this is a person that she has climbed from being an actress on Orange is the New Black and this, that, and the third. Ooh, there I go with this, that, and the third.
The shade. Oh, she was being shady. If anything, she was being shady. She was being very, very shady. I have to say that I think it's hard. I explain from the chest. I don't want to come off rude. I'll just do a video explaining what I'm trying to say. Okay, I understand. And again, I want to make sure you definitely know that I, as the channel holder, wasn't trying to be perpetuating any stereotypes or offensive. Just simply offering what I see based on what she's done, given the most recent interviews and things she's been in the media for. So, but I can understand, and I think a lot of us would appreciate hearing what you have to say in terms of this situation. So that's cool. Tacky. That's some shit I would say. Hey, Cheryl Brown, good morning. Cheryl Brown, I think it was harmless what she said to Will and Jada. They wasn't mad. Laverne was out of order, wrong time. Is Vivica talking? Wait, what about what she said about 50? She's she's still in love with 50 Cent. Oh my God, I'm back in the chat. It was definitely harmless, but not Laverne's personality at all. Inappropriate. Don't play with the Smiths. I guess I'm listening. Hey, okay. If you put it out, expect people to continue to ask about it. And she's no Joan Rivers. She needed to get smacked for that comment. She doesn't know if Will and Jada are trying to heal for the history. It was out of order. He is going to pay for that. Uh-oh. We don't do her. People still ask me what's to happen on here, but I don't have a problem answering it. She went low. Jada made her marriage a joke. I feel like her doing that at that moment at the SAG Awards was tasteless. She could still have cracked the jokes. It's just the word entanglement. She could have said, I'm still waiting for more details about y'all marriage. It could have been, I think that it was just poor choice of words at the SAG Awards. Had we been at a different kind of show, had this been like something lesser, that might have been received differently. But I think at the SAG, like, girl, what are you doing? You can't be funny like that up here. You this is new for you. No one's warmed up to your style of doing this shit. So I think it was a little polarizing coming from her doing it that way. I know if me and we're up there and we had some public situation like that, and I'm up here for a very prestigious award, and you say something like that to me, I'm definitely gonna look at you and say, okay, we're done here. You know what I mean? I don't think Laverne saw it from that angle. Like, this is all PR campaigning for award, all of that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I just thought it was tasty. I wouldn't have said nothing like that. Even if I wanted to crack a joke like that, I would have probably said something else, like something else, but it wouldn't have been that. But it sucks. You have to learn. You learn as you're doing it. I can honestly say that you learn as you're doing these things. So Jada made her marriage a joke. A trained journalist would never say something like that. No, absolutely not. She wouldn't. How do we know how they felt? Jada could have been more than mortified. It was embarrassing. Yeah, it was. At the award, at the SAG, and you're a Black power couple. And the one thing that, you want to ask me out of everybody or make a joke out of, it's not funny. The blackball game is real. Yeah, it is. And I didn't know it was such a machine. But when companies own a lot of these things and the companies are connected to each other, the Viacoms and stuff like that, the backers of these organizations, I think it makes it a lot easier for them to be able to do stuff like this, blackball you. That's what happens to new media influencers. They have no tact. They have no tact. You're right. So I wish her all the best. I hope she does. I really don't want her to be blackballed, y'all. I don't want Laverne to get blackballed from doing red carpets now. God dang. We're going to find out. I'm going to see. We're going to see if she's going to be able to do red carpets moving forward. All right. Let's get into some Kanye and Kim news very, very briefly. So the first thing is, you all know that Kanye was holding up the process. And, finally, he came out and he signed the papers and everything was done, and so she's technically declared single. However, he wanted to release a statement because he felt like there were some mistruths. So Kanye released a statement through his attorneys, and basically what they wanted to say was Kanye's paperwork has always indicated that his problems with the divorce were only procedural. Moreover, he was always in support of the divorce only if Kim satisfied the procedural requirements to protect rights under this California law, the same rights afforded to any litigant going through divorce. So today it was determined and addressed in court that Kim initially did not have the proper paperwork to get the bifurcation of the marital status. So that's what he wanted to say about the court process and that piece of the court proceeding. To me, it just seems like he's playing all of these different games. She didn't sign some procedural paperwork, so therefore it took us this long. And after 4 different attorneys on your behalf to make this right, you're playing games. And I think he's starting to realize that he's lost her and there's no getting her back. So now I don't know if you all had a chance to go check out Kanye's latest video, Easy Video. But in the video, he actually ends up, I thought it was a interesting video when it started out, but he ends up kidnapping Pete Davidson and burying Pete Davidson in the video. It was one part of the video where he puts Pete Davidson in the ground and plants roses seeds on his forehead. And I thought that was sort of a foreshadow moment to when he had a truck of roses pull up at Kim Kardashian house. And I was like, maybe that was what he was saying. He's bringing her a bed of roses, which was, I don't know, some weird way. But here are some stills from that video. This was one image from the video of Pete Davidson and the roses that he had buried him on, and the roses are growing, and you can see him picking them. And I thought it was interesting because I'm like, wow, is this supposed to be a sign that this is what he sent her? And then in another clip, he's actually holding his head, tied him up, has him kidnapped behind on the truck, riding, away. And so a lot of people say he has to be careful because he's using Pete Davidson's likeness in this video, and that could cause a lot of trouble for him. And I'm thinking like, well, as a billionaire, I'm sure he's already assumed the risk and he knows what he's getting into. So I don't know. I thought that I don't know. I think if this is going too far. There's one thing to be an artist and telling your story in a clever and creative way, but then there's another thing of you're going too far. Like you're doing a little too much. Now you're talking about burying and kidnapping this man. Like, I don't know. Somebody has to tap him and tell him, like, you got to cut it out. Like you're acting like a child, and your kids, they see you doing this stuff. Like, what are you doing? Girl, Kanye, let it go. Hey, good morning, Voodoo. Good morning. Good morning. Because don't nobody feel they need to blah, blah, blah. Pete, run for your life. That's what it's sad. But not even just Pete. Any man that Kim brings around, run for your fucking life. Like, this is sad. Well, at least he didn't sign any old thing. Too many people sign things without negotiating or even reading. You're right. And it took him 4 attorneys to get that shit right. It is serious. Yes, Miss Toby, I think it's really serious. I can just imagine being, the object of this man's hatred, and now you have me in your video, you have me on lyrics. Like, what is this? Mental issues are real. They really are. Kanye was way more famous than Kim when they first started dating. He was at his peak. Then once she came in the pic, his career has been. Do you feel like she's more popular than him now, or more respected than him? Wow, and nobody telling him it's mad weird. Nobody, like, no one's telling you, like, dog. I couldn't even see being the animator, the technical director working on this, and like, you really want to put this together? Lays down slowly and dramatically. We do not care about Kanye's strange emotional roller coaster, nor do we care if Kim is single or not. She's not. I agree with you, Clyde. I hope he's taking his meds that he claimed he's not on. Like, it's sick. And the sad part is these are like cartoon-esque characters. And who is this more appealing to, kids or adults? And you have kids. So I don't know if North or any of them are at the point where they just go on YouTube on their own and start Googling stuff and searching for stuff. But yeah, you gotta be careful. I don't know if you're doing this because you do want them to see it and you do want them to see how their dad feels towards Pete Davidson, but nah, I don't think that's here where they're social media overexposed. I've never been a fan of celebrity news, but it's King Rome, so I'm up in here. So thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Carrie. Kanye's having a typical emotional upset in the public eye, and you're a billionaire. Like, we need to cut that shit the fuck out. Clean out. Clean out. It's about time, though. I don't know about y'all, but I think it's about time for him to let it go. Here's the part, the where he's sprinkling seeds over his head with the roses to grow, and then they grow. I think that's really fucking weird. I think it's something strange about it. So next, I don't know if you guys heard about this story. John Demsey, the Estee Lauder senior executive John Demsey forced out after sharing racist meme he reposted without reading. And this is the meme he reposted. It was, my nigga Snuffy done got the Rona at a Chingy concert. And so the man was fired. And apparently he was, he made about $10 million a year in salary. And so the organization basically said the decision is the result of his Instagram posts, which do not reflect the values of the Estee Lauder companies, have caused widespread offense, are damaging to our efforts to drive inclusivity both inside and outside our walls, and do not reflect the judgment we expect of our leaders. And so he worked there for 31 years. His salary was at the end of last year was $9.6 million. He is a graduate of Stanford and New York School of Business. And so he posted after this on Instagram, I am terribly sorry and deeply ashamed that I hurt so many people when I made the horrible mistake of carelessly reposting a racist meme without reading it beforehand. I am so sorry that I let down the company that I've dedicated myself to, as well as its employees, artists, friends, and colleagues. I hope that in time, people will judge me not for this awful mistake, but for my lifetime of words and actions which demonstrate my respect for all people. Despite his exit from the company, he was not fired and was simply told he had to leave the company and is retiring this week. So my question to you all is, would you be offended if you saw this executive from Estee Lauder post that? That's my first question to you all. Ski. Kanye's head. Kanye loves the attention, not Ski. I love Ski thing. Yes, help me understand how it was racist. Can you put it back up? Okay, I'm gonna put it back up. Y'all tell me. 9.6 million a year last year. That's what he cleared. 10 million, yes. So this was the post, right? And so you know me, right? So I'm like, well, I'm not really gonna, because I know how I feel. So I said, I wonder how the person who's in it. So he's talking about my nigga Snuffy done got the Rona at a Chingy concert. So Chingy brings himself out here and basically says that he responds. Chingy responds. So Chingy basically says that I didn't see it as being a racial slur either, my brother. I love you guys. Product always have, and I hope you keep your job, man. It didn't bother him. He made it clear that while everybody's gossiping about the meme, he's instead spending time with his daughter. He just got off a military tour. He said, peace and love to John Demsey. Peace and love to that brother. I didn't take it no certain type of way. So that's what Chingy thought. So now, do you all still find it to be offensive? I know 9.6 million. Wow, I agree. Baby, listen, I said the same fucking thing. I said the same thing. I said, oh, Chingy is coming to the defense because there's a payday there. Now, the biggest thing about this is that I'm very shocked that they fired him. I'm shocked that he got fired so quickly, and so I'm shocked about that. I assume it would be like suspended without pay until there was an internal investigation, which gives the company an opportunity to, you know, figure out what they want to do. But the fact that they turned this around so quickly was like, wow, I was shocked about it. Like, wow, they really want to get over this. Now, do I feel bad for him? No. Y'all want to know why I don't feel bad for him? And I say this all the fucking time, is that when you, the more money you make, everything you do and everything you touch and everything you say comes, it's bigger risk. I don't give a damn if you walk outside and you say hi to someone. There's a risk associated with you being a billionaire saying hi to someone. You want to know what that risk is? Them asking you for money, them engaging with you. That's why a lot of times people be like, you know, I don't want to talk. They keep themselves protected because there's a lot, it may be good risk, negative risk, positive risk. So for him to think that he could just reshare something on Instagram. Now, mind you, when you reshare something on Instagram, you have to read it. You have to see it. There is no like Twitter where you just hit the button and it just goes. No, on Instagram, a screen pops up and you have to hit the button. So I don't believe that he didn't read it. I believe that he read it. And I believe that he assumed that it would be funny and that no one would call him out simply because he is somebody who makes $10 million a year, and assume that his network of followers on IG would think it would be funny too. I think it was a very careless mistake. Somebody who did not read the room, understand, okay, you know, because let's be honest. Let's just be honest real quick. There could be a 40-year-old man in Wyoming who makes $60,000 a year, who posted something like that on their Instagram, probably have, and we wouldn't hear about it. We wouldn't care. We wouldn't, because there's no risk. You know, it's just like, okay, it's a regular common Joe Schmo. You have risk, sir. You're high on the chain, sir. What the fuck were you thinking, sir? And I said this, sometimes your lesson is in your process. Unfortunately, he had to get the fucking lesson 31 years later into the company. Who knows what other kind of risky shit he was posting? And I'm not saying it could have been racist. It could have been sexist. He could have been posting, I will bang her, you know, pictures like that. Who knows? But I'm saying eventually you need to learn a lesson that you make too much money to be doing dumb shit like this. Way too much fucking money. So no, I don't feel bad for him at all. Nope. People make dumb mistakes all the time, and they have to, some people consequences come big, some come small. You know what I mean? So I don't feel bad for him. I was shocked that they got rid of him so quickly. But them doing that and then saying that he's retiring next week means that he's getting a parachute. And if any of you all know about the parachute, is that you're going to leave the company with probably a stock portfolio, millions. You'll probably get a paycheck for the next 10 years. Like, he'll be fine. I'm sure they probably wanted him out anyways. This was just a let's get him out. But I didn't assume it would happen this quickly. So I just can't feel bad for him. I'm sorry. No, he's not. The lesson was not learned, and it reflects, wow. Didn't we just, Clyde, thank you. There was a lesson. Clearly there was a lesson there for you, sir. And here's the next thing, y'all. If I make $10 million, right? Check this out. And I have an IG, I'm going to have an IG handler for shit like this. Oh, it was my IG handler, fired. You instantly blame it. To know that you literally have it and you're operating your own IG to the point where you're making careless mistakes like this, you don't need to have a fucking IG in your hand. You don't need to be controlling your own stuff anymore. Like, huh? Too much money to be dumb. I would never, you know, and Chingio ass, he don't need no endorsement deals. He was saying that he came from overseas doing a military tour. And I said, oh my God. So you mean to tell me when they do, you know, the tours for the military, Chingy is one of the artists? I'm not hating. Get your bag. Can y'all imagine? And next, coming to the stage, Chingy. And I guess the only song most people would know would be Right There. Oh, I don't know. I will be mad. I will actually go and get me some food at that point. He read that before posting. I don't care what he said. Carrie, there is no way on IG. I want y'all to go to your IG if you can today. Try to reshare somebody's stuff. You have to see it. It literally pops up for you to see it. And what fool will believe you saying that? Like, Gene trying to get a deal or some highlight for the response he gave. They're going to send his ass right on another military tour. He might get an extra $1,000 stipend because, you know, they only pay him stipends. He can't get no salary. He getting a talent stipend for showing up on somebody's Navy boat, performing 2 songs. Chingy out here being a raccoon for the man. Where's the photo opportunity with Chingy and the new jobless man? Baby, I'll be working with him. They wanted to get rid of him. That's that 10 million for extra for their pockets. When I'm confused. Did he not say fired? Then he's not fired. He didn't get fired. They probably told him you gotta go. And how do you want to make this look? And so instead of him resigning, he probably just retired. But they got his ass up out of there. And his brother. They want so bad to be down with the culture. I don't think it was racist though. Yeah, that's why I said it was a very careless mistake for him to have done something like this. Absolutely. Yeah, heavy as the head. Oh yeah, I'm talking about he about to be loaded. He probably have a car still, a company car, right? I don't think they wanted him out, and this was the opportunity to give him his walking papers. Right, this company Estee Lauder is full of it. Slap on the wrist crap. Right. Hey, Busy Blue, rise and grind. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. our poor truth. I mean, is this the selection? Let me know. Send me somewhere else. Bitch, I'll go clean the rifles. Is there some work that need to be done? This might be my. Can I get overtime? Do we have to be here? Is this mandatory? I'll be like, are you kidding me? We got it for the next 20 minutes because it ain't no full hour set. You know, he got 10 minutes of stage. No shade because he got to feed his family, but damn. Hey, Coco. No, you good. You right on time. You love Chingy. I love the Chingy song. Give me a call if you want to come roll with me. I'm only one call away with Jay Weaver because I like Jay Weaver. That was it. I remember him, though. That was my high school. That was when you used to put music on your MySpace page. And Chingy's right there was on my MySpace page, and he was my background, the orange album cover. The N-word just shouldn't be used by any race, period. But it is what it is, to each his own. Here comes my co-host. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning to you. Happy Thursday. All right. So yeah, Chingy responds. I think Chingy response was a little opportunistic. He didn't find it offensive. I don't think he should have said all of that stuff because you never know what fans might have found that offensive, and now you're just sounding coonish. So, but we know how that goes. All right, let's move to the next topic. I know y'all all talked about this. I know everybody done seen this and everything, and you know I gotta come put my little spin on it. So Kevin Hunter sues the Wendy Show production company for wrongful termination. Now, I don't want to be a dead horse. I'm sure you all have heard some of the details and the specifics around this. He's suing for wrongful termination, basically saying that they sued him. They terminated him. The civil lawsuit filed in New York City federal court Monday claims Debmar Mercury Hunter on the basis of his marital status. They wrongfully fired Hunter on the basis of his marital status to Williams. They say he was unlawfully terminated solely due to his marital status to Wendy, which is contrary to human rights law in New York City. This lawsuit seeks to compensate Mr. Hunter for the sweat equity that he put into the show, and that Debmar Mercury will continue to profit on even if their new reincarnation of the Wendy Williams show. So he is seeking about $7 million from Debmar Mercury founders Ira Bernstein and Mort Marcus, as well as punitive damages, lost wages, and legal fees. Now, my 2 cents. Y'all know what this is, right? So y'all know the same attorneys that filed this lawsuit are the same attorneys that filed Wendy Williams' lawsuit over Wells Fargo, right? So in my mind, since the Wells Fargo was filed before this suit with Kevin Hunter, they're looking for depositions. They're looking for something bigger. They're looking for they're fact finding. They're having these 2 lawsuits for 2 different angles. One is going for Wells Fargo, which there's Debmar Mercury sitting right there. And then you have this other one, Kevin Hunter is going after Debmar Mercury as well, saying that they unlawfully terminated him based on his marital status to Wendy Williams, which would mean that they would have to go fact finding to prove that, which means you have to depose, pull people into the courtroom, and get things on written record. That helps who else's lawsuit? That helps Wendy Williams with her Wells Fargo bank lawsuit that they're claiming she is not, right to carry on and conduct business. She needs somebody to oversee it. So what that will then do is they'll have, well, you said that he was the problem in my marital status, but over here now you're saying that I can't oversee my stuff. So what is it? So I can see them building a narrative and having the same lawyer help them build this narrative on this case. And I saw it and I said, oh, I see what they're doing here. I see how they're going to do. And if they're smart, Debmar will settle with Kevin Hunter, and then they'll settle with Wendy. That's what I think the attorneys want to happen. They want them to go ahead and quickly end this so they can move the fuck on. And also, I think Wendy wants to get out of her contract, and she wants that option to be done and ended and done, and she wants to move on. That's my 2 cents on it. When I saw it, I'm like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. I see the play for play. You hear him? He over here just shaking his head. What a shocker, right? Well, damn. Guess he won't be Wendy right hand anymore. Interesting. Well, they are. What I've come to find out is they are working together on terms of the business side of things, and that I think it's through the relationship of Kevin's attorneys, because they're the same ones that she's using. But I do think they're working together in terms of business to go after Debmar Mercury. And I think Wendy Williams needed Kevin Hunter also to help her fight them if she's going to pursue them in any way foreseeable in the future. And so I think his thing was, well, I need to sue them. I need to get my money. I need to get paid. And in the process, he'll be helping her and assisting her case. That's what I definitely see in here. Interesting. Oh, it definitely makes for a good Lifetime movie part 2. It definitely does. And I would love to see how Kevin and Wendy engage with each other afterward. Like, is it amicable still, or is this, because some people can work together and hate each other, but they do it for the business. You have other people in the middleman come and sort of mediate and get it together. It would get ratings. Castro, right? Yeah, it would, but Wendy would have to agree to that. I don't think she's going to agree to that girlfriend or the fiance being involved. Or would she? I don't know. He is upset with you. He's ready to go out. Where is he at? Aw. Look at him. Can I even bring the camera down here? Why are you looking like that? We have a whole day. I'm going to take him to the farm. Not even my friend, but this lady I used to work with, she lives on a farm. I'd be taking my dog out there. She just talked too damn much. I'd be like, can I just leave him and go? It's like she's a widow and nobody comes see her, so she just be talking. I'm like, baby, let's not do this morning. So we're gonna stay tuned to this Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter lawsuit. And mark my words, I do see them settling this. I don't see them having these two go on at the same time. And then the last thing I want to bring to you all's attention in Hot Topics is there's this new concert thing going on. So I was always wondering, how are they going to begin to do the concerts in the new day and age now, and there's this big push to begin using movie theaters to start conducting some of your concerts. And you're saying, I guess you're probably like, how and why would they do that? So their first trial is coming with Megan Thee Stallion with her Amaze VR virtual reality Enter the Heidiverse concert tour. Now, they're going to be select movie theaters in different states and during different weekends and time frames. And you're going to buy a ticket online to go to this concert, and they're going to give you this virtual reality headset that you put on. And when you go in there, it's going to look completely different. Like you're walking into a lobby, like you're going to feel like you're sitting in your seat, but you're going to think that you're in her lobby walking into a concert. You're going to see her. I guess she's going to be coming closer out, touching and getting more personal with each of people who are got on your head. So I'm interested in this, but I'm just not interested with Megan. I want somebody who's going to be dancing and doing, I want something different. I want a whole full show. So I think this is going to be cutting edge. I think this is going to be a lot of the wave of how artists do like a hybrid in-person show and sort of a concert show that's more pandemic friendly, mask friendly. And so we'll see how this plays out. I tell you one thing, Megan is definitely testing a lot of different strategies to get her her music and stuff out there. Good morning, Spam. Good morning to you. Good morning. And I'm feeling. What's wrong? I just woke up and I'm feeling being messy today. Oh boy. Not today. Oh, Clyde. Now I remember where I saw you. All right, let's get into the local news. The first thing I want to talk about, I think somebody put this in the chat last week. We should be talking about this, and I definitely agree. So I wanted to bring it up. So the anti-lynching bill. The anti-lynching bill did definitely pass in the Senate, the House. It passed in the House. 3 Republicans did not. Gosh, I hate my computer. I really do. Give me a minute, y'all. All right, here we go. All right. So the legislation named after the 14-year-old black teen who was lynched in Mississippi in 1955 was voted against by 3 Republicans. The bill, formerly known as H.R. 55, would amend Section 249 of Title 18 of the U.S. Code to specify lynching as a hate crime act. And so the co-sponsors of the bill include both Democrats and Republicans. The 3 who voted against it this week is Andrew Clyde of Georgia, Thomas Massey of Kentucky, and Chip Roy of Texas. And so check out some of the things that these folk said about this law. And I actually cut it out so you all can see it. So you have all Republicans surprised. So the 3 who voted against it, Andrew Clyde called the 1 through 6 insurrection a normal tourist visit. Okay. Thomas Massey from Kentucky wrote a bill to allow guns in school zones. Okay. And Chip Roy of Texas called lynching an example of justice. So we kind of understand why these 3 chose to vote against the lynching bill law. So now it's on its way to the Senate. I will stay tuned. It's the good thing is that we have both people on both sides of the aisle currently supporting this bill, but we never know given the environmental landscape. So I'll stay tuned to that. It's just shocked that we're still in this day and age, and that's something we're still struggling with. Now let's move into local news. Asia Maynard. She's the latest Black woman to die mysteriously after a date with a white guy. And so I am going to play an interview of her family, of what her family had to say about everything that's going on. But just to give you a little background, Asia Maynard was found dead on February 19, 2022. Her body was found at a Kansas City home at 8 a.m. on that day. So the family had contacted police to file a missing persons report after they hadn't seen or heard her for a few days. They shared that she would always be, she shared, always tell them that she would get in touch with them. She'd always would be available. However, the family soon learned that the police already knew where Asia was. She explained that on Friday, Asia Maynard had met with someone and was going out on a date. She called her sister Friday at 10:30 or 11 o'clock and said, "Hey, I met a new friend. I'm going on a date. I'll come by tomorrow." Unfortunately, Tara and the rest of her family never heard from Asia after the date. To make matters worse, Tara shared that officers claim no foul play is suspected at this time, and because of that, no further investigation is warranted. So what they're saying is the police told them she died of natural causes, and there's no, because there was no foul play. However, when the family got to the funeral home and they viewed her body, she had blood in her eyes and her ears, and her clothes were saturated with blood. So just sad, very, very sad story. I want to share this this interview clip from the family. they recently just sat down and gave a interview regarding this story. You all let me know if you can see it.
He was still sitting in his car now.
But come on, what the fuck is going on? Man? Shit is just crying the shit out of me. Yep.
Going to check the database to make sure she's not in jail.
I'm Evante Mobile. I'm Asia's youngest brother out of 13.
And my name is Tierra Maynard. I'm her oldest sister. And yeah, out of 13. So.
Okay, could you just explain the situation for us and tell us a little bit about your sister?
What's up, Slim Body?
The situation, like what happened as far as I did.
Good morning, Knots.
What happened was Friday.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate you.
Before she had left out, she called me and said she was going on a date with a young man. She sent us pictures and stuff, but she said his name was Elijah. I guess that's what he had told her. And she said that I'm gonna come over tomorrow and I'm gonna come look at your new house, and me and my daughter gonna come by. I said, okay, that's fine. So we hung up the phone, and Saturday came by. She, came around and she never called like she normally do or sent a text message or nothing. So I'm still waiting. Her daughter was like, hey, Auntie, have you heard from Mom? She was supposed to call me. She didn't call me. So we were still waiting around. Still hear nothing. So Sunday came. I was like, well, this is not like Asia, because she normally going to pop up, call, hey, I'm about to come over. It was none of that. So Sunday, I had called the police and did a missing person report. And she said that she would send officers out to do the report. And the officers came out. Well, it was just one officer. He came out and he was like, well, can you explain the situation? I was like, well, my sister we ain't heard from her since Friday night. And she's not home. She hasn't been answering her phone or nothing. So he was like, well, typically, we have to allow adults to be adults, adults go out and they have fun and kick it. I was like, well, I understand what you're saying, but they're not going to go as far as not answering the phone in this daylight. It's like 3 o'clock in the evening. No, I get that if you go party, you have hangovers and stuff like that, but you're not going to go as far as not answering your daughter's call or your mom call or your sister's call,
Or your brother's.
Exactly. So he was like, well, he was like uncertain. He really didn't want to do it because he was just like, I'm not for sure. Because when I sent officers over there, they was questioning, I guess, the neighbors, and he said the neighbors.
We have another one, you all. So this is definitely another instance of this is definitely, to me, another case where we have some foul play, absolutely foul play at hand here. And especially given the fact that the police knew exactly where Asia Maynard was, and they didn't tell her where she was, and they were trying to convince her that it was no foul play at all. And so now the family is pleading for answers, and they're demanding justice. And they're also looking at the suspicious death of Lawrence Smith Fields, and they're just trying to draw some comparisons between the two. The family, how they feel about the guy at this point, he is a murderer. He's literally a serial killer. He knows he has laced fentanyl. He's giving it to people, and he doesn't care. So I don't know. It's all still coming out. There's a lot of details about this story still coming out. What I think I find interesting is that when people are gone missing or something like that, how different is that when you say that you want to report a welfare check on someone? Hey, I want you to go over and check on this person. Do you still say no? I gotta wait 20. Like I always am wondering, like, if I tell you somebody's missing, you tell me it's got to be 24 hours. What difference is that if I say, hey, can you go do a welfare check on someone? I think something is going on. You all help me understand that. The brother was like, don't forget about me. Stop. Good morning. Hey, Janae, good morning. It definitely sounds like some foul play. We don't know if she met him on an app. Like, there's so many other things. We don't know if the sister is saying that fentanyl was involved. We don't know how she found out if there's fentanyl involved. So there's a lot of details that still have to come out of this story. Now, the whole 24 hours before you got to go look for someone who's missing, I understand that. And I get that because some people, they just don't want to be contacted. But given some of the details that she shared with the police, for example, she was supposed to come get her child. She never normally not picks up the phone. I think some of those things should ring some bells, blow up some alarms, send off some signals or something. She was not white. Nope. Hey, the Miss O, good morning to you. Good morning. It's good to see you. Okay, you are totally right. When someone comes up missing, they are so quick to tell you that. But if it was a child, they are pulling up. Yeah, well, children, you better. If I tell you my child missing, your response cannot be to me any fucking hours. Bitch, we riding in the car. I jump on the damn roof. We got to go find them. I just think it's interesting because I oftentimes put myself in these shoes and I say, okay, what if my aunt or somebody, is missing and I haven't been able to reach out to them, and I call the police and say, hey, we normally talk during this time frame and I have not been able to get reach. I just want you to go over there and check on, my relative. And your response to me is, well, we just got to give them 24 hours and then we'll do that. To me, that's concerning to know that that's the procedure. That is a little concerning because we have a lot of older folks who may need those kinds of services or just looked after. This is why I have my location on for a couple of my people and vice versa. Yeah, I do too. Then I forget I have it on and then motherfuckers be knowing what's going on. Then I got to go in and turn my phone off. I'll be resetting the services, the network services. Every time I go into an airport or out of an airport, I reset the network services. But very sad story. I'm going to stay tuned to this story. I want to see what else is going on. I want to see if there's other details that come out. I want to see if there was drug use. I want more information about the guy that she was dating, the guy that allegedly she was with at the time, because I think that's also important to know. So yeah, I will keep you all posted on this story here. Let's move on to the next. So this man, and I feel like it was so premeditated. Father kills 4, including his 3 daughters, before shooting himself at a Sacramento area church. So the father was apparently this was a supervised visit. So Nathaniel Kong, who was supervising the family visit, was also killed in this shooting, along with the man's 3 daughters who have been identified as 9, 10, and 13. The father had a restraining order against him and had to visit his kids with supervision. And so the children's mother was cooperating with authorities, giving them information in terms of, him and his temperament. No one else in the church at the time when the shooting was involved. Most were employees or congregants. He said, and no one else at the scene required medical aid. It's not clear whether a service or event was happening at the church. So, I found that interesting, right? And so here, I always say stuff like this. I always do stuff like this. I always say in my mind, were there any signs leading up to this man doing this that we could have prevented him from doing this? Well, I'll be fucking damn, y'all. Roman being nosy. Clearly there were signs. So this shooter was arrested 5 days before killing his daughters for assaulting a police officer. Now, I said to myself, now let's switch. Let's take this guy out. Let's put a Latino man in there. Let's put a black man in there. Let's put any Arab man in there. Let's put any kind of individual in here who assaulted a police officer 5 days before. You tell me if 5 days later they would have had the opportunity to shoot their children and the supervisor who's supervising the visit at a church. No. You want to know why? Because they probably still be locked up. So in this case, I wholeheartedly 100% feel like the Sacramento Police Department could have they could have been a lot more involved in terms of capturing this man. So this is what happened in this incident. So apparently he was drunk, and he was the police was called by his estranged girlfriend because he was accused of mental instability, and I guess he was driving under the influence, and he was trying to I guess batter his girlfriend or something like that. But he was drunk, and while they were arresting him or trying to, he decided he wanted to fight and ended up with felony charges because he assaulted a police officer, actually put his hands on a police officer. And so then 5 days later at the supervised visit, he offs his kids. Y'all tell me. I mean, it could just be me, but I definitely see that this could have been a situation that had been apprehended a lot earlier, way at the onset. Now, and it's so weird because you know damn fucking well if Tyrone was drunk, was driving under the influence, just got into an argument with his girlfriend, got pulled over while the police were arresting him, he swings on them, got in jail, got released on his own recognizance to only 5 days later. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? So I feel like this is all the Sacramento, the fault of the Sacramento Police Department. I felt like they used the wrong judgment here. Clearly, if the girlfriend was telling them that there's some mental instability going on, the fuck y'all let him back out into the public for? Poor kids. This is what, yeah, I want to research this story too. Yeah, it's crazy. You talking about Asia Maynard? I bet he gave hints on social media too. Surely he did. You know he did, Gemini. You know he did. Oh, hell no. It could have been avoided. It surely could have. And that's the sad part. Kids could have, and they weren't little babies. These were kids who had feelings and started developing, 9, 10, and 13. Like, you're not now doing just an innocent child. You're doing a mature, kids who can, for the life of me, I don't understand these parents taking, I don't get it. Hard drugs too. I want to see the toxicology reports. For Asia Maynard, yeah. Oh yeah, we definitely gonna stay tuned to it. I want to know if there were hard drugs in her system. The sister said that fentanyl, I don't know why the sister will allude to fentanyl being in her system or anything like that, because in anything that I read, there's been no autopsy report details released, except for the fact that they saw her in the funeral home for the first time with bloodshot eyes and blood coming out of her mouth and ears. Like, yeah, foul play at its best. So we definitely know there's something there. So I don't feel bad. In this case, I feel bad for the kids. I feel bad for the person who came to do their job to supervise the visit. I feel bad for the mother who called the police and tried to let them know what's going on. But in terms of the police officers being blamed or, taking the brunt of this, I don't feel bad. I think they absolutely should. They can't, I don't expect that they should have the knowledge that every single individual, we got to hold them because in 4 days he's going to do this. But I expect that if they're doing something like this, like his behavior was like this, I expect that he should have been apprehended a lot longer. And I would have expected charges or something would have came of him driving under the intoxication and then fighting police officers. So do you think this person is fit to be in public? They fought a police officer. So this person is fit to be in public and released on their own recognizant bail. You can't tell me that's not racism at play. You can't. Any fucking way you spin it, you can't tell me that. I don't care if you say, well, he had no criminal history. Yeah, but he hit a police officer. So if he's willing to hit a police officer, who else is he willing to hit in public? Oh, okay, 5 days later, he's willing to off his kids. The fuck is wrong with these people? I'm trying to tell you, the wrong people making these choices. It kills me. All right, let's go into this next nut fucking case. Just nuts, just loose. Bitches, brains just everywhere over the floor, you all. So Taylor Schabusiness is her name. SCHA business. That is her last name. Schabusiness. I said, what the fuck? So Taylor Schabusiness is being charged with being a freak and killing someone. Nah. She's being charged with allegedly severing a man's head and other body parts during sex while high on meth. So she's been charged with first-degree intentional homicide, mutilating.
The woman is accused of killing and dismembering a man. The criminal complaint says officers went to 24-year-old Taylor Schabusiness's house and found a man's head in a bucket. Police say they found additional body parts in Schabusiness's van. Schabusiness told investigators she strangled the victim before she decapitated him. According to the criminal complaint, Schabusiness told officers it happened during sex. You can read more of the criminal complaint.
So the discovery was made by the 25-year-old victim's mother. So the man's mother, in the early morning hours of February 23rd, after she was awakened by the sound of a door slamming, she went downstairs towards a light that had been left on in the basement and found her son's head along with a male organ in a bucket. An upper torso was located in a separate storage container. Dry blood was spotted on a nearby mattress. And the girl, Taylor Schabusiness, was questioned by police about what occurred on the night in question. And this is what she had to say. She said, "That is a good question." She recalled smoking meth with the victim before going to his mother's house. And while the two were using chains during sex, she said she blacked out at one point and then went crazy. She said she started choking him. And even though she claimed to not intentionally want to kill him, she admittedly enjoyed the act. According to the complaint, she said that police were going to have fun trying to find all of the organs as she dismembered the body. And she stated all of the body parts should be in the basement. She stated she used knives that she obtained from the kitchen of the residence and that a bread knife worked the best because of the serrated blade. She confessed that her objective was to take all of his body parts with her, but she got lazy and only ended up putting the leg and foot in the van, and she forgot. Her bond has been set for $2 million, with her next court appearance scheduled for later this month. Now, this the kind of shit people got to do to get a bond of $2 million. Like, baby, what kills me the most, y'all, about this whole story is the mother hearing a door slam going downstairs in the basement. You didn't hear him screaming? I don't want to put this on the mother, and that's not what I'm trying to do, because it's not this woman's fault. I don't know if she's hard of hearing. I don't know if she has any kind of disabilities. But what I do know is that I'm sure there had to be some kind of screaming going on. You didn't hear none of that, Mom? Like, damn, she cut the neck off, the arms off, and the torso off, and you didn't hear nobody yelling, nobody saying nothing, no nothing. And then the next morning you hear everything. I don't know if everybody was on meth or if it was just those two on meth, but this just sounds crazy to me. Meth, that's it all. That's it. That's all meth. Yep. Meth is out of control. Wow. Baby. Tell me you're white without saying you're white. That is crazy. That's why I'm not being tied up. Now, wait now. Hold up now. Hold up now. What you mean? What you mean, Sims? You not being tied up. That's devastating. Oh my God, that mom I know will need extensive therapy. that begs the question: what would she need extensive therapy? She would need extensive therapy for the aftermath, or would she need extensive therapy because she heard something and she thought they was just making sex noise? Like, that's where I'm stuck at. I would be the investigator. Like, so did you not hear anything? Did you, like, at what point did you decide that, okay, I heard a door slam, let me go? And if you hear the door slam, I don't know, I don't want to put it on her. Schabusiness, SCHABUSINESS. I said, damn. Talk about makeup, and then I'll let us see what the court decides. Will she be treated like a crackhead and thrown in jail, or will her mental health be considered to an asylum or something? Well, it depends on how good her attorneys are. That's all it is. If she has a good public defender might then try to plead mental health. But if she has a public defender working on the side of the state, she might be going to jail for life. She strangled him first. I mean, I'm telling you, this shit is all weird. They had to be on some good ass shit. You got strangled out. Okay, you got strangled out enough for her to, because you were tied up. That's it. He was tied up and she just did this. It depends though. Was he alive, unconscious at that point? I don't think so. They were doing drugs and he got strangled. So I'm sure he was probably out. She strangled him to death and then just started cutting his body up. Oh, you're right. So she wouldn't have heard screams. Wow, you're right. She wouldn't have heard it. Damn, that makes sense, Coco. The mother wouldn't have heard it if he was choked to death and then chopped up, because at that point there ain't no noise. I'd have slapped the shit out of that bitch. I know she would. I don't know how she walked past her. I don't know how any of that shit worked. I don't know how I think the mom would need therapy for realizing her son was being chopped up while she was upstairs sleeping. I just don't understand it. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now that's crazy. And look at her, Taylor Schabusiness. Baby, that was some good ass meth. All right, let's move on. So the last thing I wanted to talk to you all about is, and I think it's really, really important, is to see what has come of these Texas new voting laws. So, the voting laws that they enacted shortly after Trump lost the election were put to use this week during Tuesday's election in the state. And we got our first results of what this looks like, who's it impacting and who's it affecting. And we just recently, and before I say that, here's some of the things that the new laws, do. They make it difficult for someone to turn in an absentee ballot for a friend. So if I give you my ballot to go turn in, you can't drop it off for me. That was always something that helped senior citizens and older adults out. It would make it so that unaffiliated voters would no longer be able to affiliate with the party on the day of the primary election. So you can't just say, today I'm a Democrat, I'm gonna go and become a Democrat, and that's the party I decide to be with. You have to do it well within 24 to 48 hours. They eliminate the ability to register to vote on election day at the polls. So also to, most people who may not have registered, or waited to the last minute, you won't be able to do that the same day at the polls. And so the biggest thing that Texas voters are struggling with is the new ID requirement, which requires that mail ballots, voters must put their driver's license number or social security number on the envelope of their mail ballot application in their ballot. And many voters struggle to match this number to the number that the state has on file, especially those of senior citizens or those who just don't remember. And so the law caused thousands of ballots to be rejected across the state, including roughly 30% of mail ballots in Harris County, the state's most populous, as of just a few days. So we already see what the bottleneck confusion is. And what they're doing is they are alerting people that we're rejecting your ballot and they're sending them back. But it takes time for those people to get it, send it back, and do all of that stuff. So I do see the bottleneck and I do see what is coming. I do see the future foretelling itself. I'm now going to research and see what folks are doing to try to combat this. what kind of public awareness things they're putting out there to let senior citizens, or at least let those know that, hey, if you're going to do a mail-in ballot, this is what you need to do. Certainly no one wants to put their social security number on their mail-in ballot envelope or their driver's license. So I'm not sure if they're going to come up with some other mechanism to verify it, but it has to match whatever number they have on file in the state. So I thought this was interesting because I assumed it was going to be a huge bottleneck, but I didn't think it would be across the board for everyone. I thought it would be deeply marginalized, but what we're seeing is like this is deep. It's affecting everyone across the board, and even some folks in Texas had to come out and say that this is affecting folks across the board as well. Couldn't see my comments for a second. It's the ecstasy of meth was more than meth. Slapped child, killed the bitch. These violent deaths just really take me out. I can't even imagine. Listen, so let me you got love states like Republican states. No, sir. So let me show y'all this real video clip really fucking quickly. That happened. I just skipped right over this story. I was supposed to do this before my last story, but I just skipped right over it. So this man in New York City, right? Oh, crazy ass man in New York City decides that he is just gonna check this shit out. Throw some shit on this woman's face. I would have whooped your ass today, tomorrow. Just shit. It's shit. He shit it in a bag, y'all, and rubbed it all over her face. One more time for the one time. Look at the woman. She don't know what's about to happen. The way I would have got up and fucked his ass up. The way I would have got up and fucked his ass up. The way I would have got up and fucked his ass all up. Are you kidding me? He threw a whole bag of doo-doo that he did in the bathroom on her. So they're calling him the Bronx. His name is Frank Abrokwa, and they're calling him the feces attack guy. I guess I don't know why, but yes, in your side of town. I thought I had this man stuff loaded, but I didn't do this one. I did everybody but this one. Okay, I did it for a reason. Yes. Yes, not my part of town. Electric chair. He would have went in the my natural reflexes would have been like, whoa, bitch, are you kidding me? Why did it stay out those subways? He made sure he got all of it. That's not funny. That's why I would never do New York City trains. I can't. He would have hit that third rail instantly and mushed it all in her face down. He was arrested. Yes. Oh my God. She better had a mask on. Good morning, Signet. Good morning, Phoenix. Coco. Yeah, I would have whooped his ass hard body. My damn self. You got your motherfucking nerve, bitch. Y'all, for the life of me. Can you all take a minute, hit the like button too? I really appreciate it. I appreciate that. Let me stop this from sharing. Oof. Is that a wedding band on that man? Are you talking about me? I don't see no wedding band. Y'all be trying it in your biz. and he made sure that everything was out that bad. Even some fell on the ground, and I'd have made sure his ass, or I'd have chased his ass down. You ain't gonna put no shit on me now. No, I mean, even to some, everybody got to stand up for themselves. You got to get to a point where, you know, maybe she was shot and just like didn't know what it was. Hey, Stacy, good morning. I'm looking words that I'm using right now. I know, but damn, the anger that would have stood up in me. I'm running you down and you taking these hands, period. I don't know who I'm fighting, bitch. If you was the wrong person, you gonna get your licks was for that person. I'm banging that ass. And he looked like he was a whole crackhead, so it would have been nothing to just whoop that ass. I don't even like baby shit touching my fingers by accident, changing diapers. Child would have been Nightmare on Elm Street, and that's how he would have been chopped up like old. Talking about y'all was on Meth, Sheila E. Okay, Sheila E. The smells though, and then knowing it probably was warm because he just came out the bathroom, so you got warm shit on your face. I hope she got a husband or something. I mean, even that won't do nothing. The man's arrested now, but it's just the mere fact that this is the shit that people think that to do. And the crazy part about this man's story is that allegedly he was arrested back in September for spitting on a Jewish man in the subway, spit on his face, and he got arrested for that. And so now he's back out throwing shit on people. And so I'm hopefully now this might be some mental asylum shit. Maybe he might need to be removed from public. I don't know if they're gonna lock him up for, you know, doing this kind of stuff, but I do think he needs to be evaluated. I do think there needs to be a 24-hour hold and an evaluation, because it's something about him and his bodily excretions, and they're trying to say that it's a hate crime. The Jewish man and now this lady, we're very weird. But did they catch him? Yeah, they caught him. They got him. They got him. You saw that footage. They released the footage and the picture of him. I'm sure if he's homeless, his options of living and sleeping are very far and few, and so he's probably been staying around the train station. They have the worst trains. That dude, that should have gotten the Schabusiness. Okay, that is the new word, bitch. I'm gonna give you the whole Schabusiness. Okay, chop that ass all up. I definitely would have decked his ass in the fucking face, swinging around that corner, throwing some shit on me. We would have definitely been rolling. Can you imagine you in family functions? You think he definitely would have ended up on an electric rail, and not by choice, stuck in the door and shit and everything. He had too much time to do what he did. I'm willing to go alone himself. He went in the bathroom and he sat right in that bag. I'll roast her. See, that's the sad part. You got to come home to somebody in your family roasting you. Shitty ass. You can hear somebody in your family, and you hear somebody throw some shit on you, and you gonna talk to me. See that? Now that's what I would do. I can see me saying that. I know damn well you ain't talking to me. You out here in the streets letting people throw shit on you, and you coming at me. I know better. I know I'll do that. Damn, family is the worst. What they gonna find out about him? Not a damn thing. Oh, you mean at the 24-hour hold? That there's an issue going on. Right, clearly something that's going on. Yeah, there is something mentally going on. And it might be a bad case of hate. Like there might be some form of hate. But to me, it just seems like addiction. It needs to be 5150. Yeah, right. You are. So I'm done with my local news and my celebrity news for today. But I'm gonna stick around. I'm just gonna chill right here with you all. Again, I'm off today, so I have nothing but time, and I'm gonna take my baby out at 9:00. So this story got my hot and upset. Baby got me there too. And tomorrow, I saved some other stories for tomorrow so that I could spread them out, because I had a lot of stories. But I do think I'm gonna break up local news and celebrity news so that I could have two different kind of live vibes. I can do the celebrity news in an hour. I can do the local news in an hour. And that way it don't have to be really, really long. So maybe like a Monday celebrity, Tuesday local, Wednesday celebrity, Thursday local, Friday celebrity. Subscribers and members, y'all input, y'all let me know. I do a night live too. I owe y'all that. I'm just looking for somebody that I could just vibe with at night, you know. And I want somebody nobody knows. No, somewhere, you know, I'm all on IG looking for somebody like, yo, you know, because it's just looking for the right chemistry, you know, the right kind of, you know, I want it to be very adult. I want to cover all kind of topics, but I don't want it to seem competitive. I want it to be relaxed. I know what I want. And so I'm trying to get it to get the right kind of energy, the right kind of stuff. I'm about to start changing these backgrounds. I finally ordered a green screen that's large enough. Because if y'all didn't know, my green screen doesn't cover this camera. So I got another green screen coming so I can pop up some logos. So when I show the stories, they'll sit right here on the screen instead of right here. So I can actually cut them up and make shorter videos like other content creators do. You know, they do their lives and they cut their lives up and make the content out of those videos. And I want to do that too. Just don't be having time. That's the biggest thing. Time and space are the biggest luxuries of my life that I just don't have enough of. I don't have enough time. I don't. Oh, thank you. You're so funny. What was it that MJ used to call Jen? Slaughter cow. You roast like that because it always be your own. It do be your family. I pray the bathrooms in that subway had soap and paper towels. I highly doubt it, and I strongly believe those baths. You know, the subways in New York City smell like piss, and the worse you get out of down, the more you get away from like Manhattan, the more you're getting into a concentrated smell. I think every community got a different kind of smell. You got heavy urine, you got heavy shit, and I think that's everywhere because even here. Even here. And then me and this dude got into an argument the other day. I'm chilling at the bar talking with somebody else, and somebody sitting next to me come get in our conversation. So we vibing for a while, and then we start talking about dogs. And he asked me, "What kind of dog do you have?" And so I tell him, and you know what he says to me? He said, "Oh, you have a New York rat." And I said, "Excuse me, a New York rat?" I said, "Ain't nothing about that fucking funny. I've never seen a New York rat. I don't have a fucking New York rat." He just pissed me off. And so I kept giving him the cold shoulder like this. And I'm sitting here with my friend and he trying to be in the conversation. I kept doing this. I'm like, I don't understand why he's still here. And he's like, "Oh, did I offend you? Did you? I don't fucking know you." I wanted to say, can I say, do you have a dog? Do you have children? Can I see a picture of them? Because if my baby looks like a New York City rat, I want to be able to justify what your children look like. The fuck? I definitely would. I had a whole fucking attitude, caught the whole move. I was pissed off. And then my friend said, "You got mad?" I said, "Yeah, what the fuck?" I hate when people talk shit about like, I don't know. I got real offensive. I got real offensive. I really did. I'm through news anchor. I'm definitely working on that. And you know, when people say it's about the coin or it's about the business side, that's my goal. For me, that's my business side. If you say it's about the coin, you know, I'm doing it for the numbers. I'm doing it for that. So I have to shift my thinking of, you know, I'm going live to run up my numbers. So you got to do the beefing thing to run up my numbers. Well, my live is I'm going live so I can create a demo to send to the right people. So it's like a different kind of goal. I'm not necessarily here trying to like, you know, support is great, but support in the right way is even better. That's what I'll say it like that. So that is my goal. I would love to be complex source digital anchor. I would love to be page 6's digital anchor. I would love Fox Soul to say, "Hey, King Roman, would you like to do some online YouTube stories for us?" Really? I would love to do that. So that's sort of where I think about it. That's why I'd be like, no, I mean, I don't have to beef with nobody. But I did write under a comment that I'll pop out when I need to, when I want to run my numbers up. I definitely will. Because, you know, you hear people talking shit and you just be like, oh, I had no purpose right now. But, you know, when it's necessary, it may be necessary to do that. But that's not my focus. I don't want I just don't want that version of me to be the biggest version of me on this channel. So it'll be sprinkled about. I ain't gonna sit here and say I ain't gonna be having a, but I just, and every day I get more and more comfortable with this, because outside of me going live, I interact with my subscribers in the comments and stuff, and like that engagement be the biggest engagement to me, because it's so individual. It's so me and you, and like your jokes I get and you get my jokes, and we be like, you know, I like that. I enjoy that so much. So it makes me comfortable to want to come down here, even if it don't get the most views. I don't even care. I enjoy y'all. I love it. I need you every day. Coco, you listen. I think I'm gonna split it up like that, because I think I should give both topics, celebrity news and local news, their fair hour, you know, and not try to rush through each one in our own commentary, you know. And even if it turns into 2 hours those days, that's fine. I gotta build and grow. Shit, nothing happens overnight. And somebody that I watch oftentimes and watch them grow. I watch them go from like less than 100 in their chat to phenomenal numbers, and it literally took them doing things that other people wasn't doing, just being them. So you sound like you need someone under the rainbow and behind the curtain. You know, I ain't got nobody right now, but I will be in Chicago in April 420 weekend, because somebody's gonna be stationed there. And I said, oh, it sounds like a trip. I said, oh, it sounds like a trip. You said when? Baby, before I know it, I was on the phone talking and looking at Delta for some flights. And I was like, so you gonna be there at what time? Oh, baby, I can't wait. And it's perfect, because I've been dying for some Harold's chicken, y'all. Y'all don't understand. I be dreaming about getting a snack pack with some salt and pepper and mild sauce. I damn near asked my friend if it's a way that they can vacuum seal me a 4-piece with salt and pepper and mild sauce from the Harold's in Hyde Park. Oh, the Harold's in Hyde Park is the best one to me. And send that shit to me. But I'm gonna be out there. Have a blessed day. Thank you for coming through. It's sometimes so scary at the subway, for real. I told you I got jumped at the one in Chicago, the 95th and Dan Ryan. Like that close to being, I had to run for my damn life. New York is cute from the skies. The shade in that is so real. Yeah, he tried me. Yes, Miss Toby. Going talking about a New York City rat. Bitch, you got me fucked up. I'm looking at you like, honey, if my dog is a New York City rat, I can only imagine the fuck you got in your house. And I just was trying to, and I'm trying to get in a better place, because people say that I don't act like I can't take a joke or be friendly. I'm always too serious. Like I'm always at work. So I be trying to like, let shit go. Even here, I be like, oh, okay, I get, you know. Normally, I be like, bitch, what the fuck? You better chill. That's my normal me. So I'm sitting there looking, I'm like, I kept saying to myself, like, I don't even know why I'm doing this. Like, you're in our conversation. You're gonna say, oh, you got a New York City rat and thought it was cute. And that was like not cute at all. Nah, that's the wrong way to come for me. You talk about my damn dog. First of all, let's just compare. Let's do some comparing. It ain't for the public if they had any of that in the subway. The nerve, right? People are always taking light jabs. Always, Gemini. In this community, light jabs is sort of the way it's sort of like pissing on the fence. It's like, let me see how far I can go. Let me test the waters. Bitch, you a punk. You ain't gonna do nothing. And you be sitting there looking like some bitches you don't even be bothered with. Like, are you kidding me? Hey, boy, that's how me and the boy from Pose got into it down at the bar. Boy, I don't know who the fuck you are. I don't care what TV show you on. Do I got the picture? He put his finger in my face like that, and it was all bets off. I said, boy, if you don't get your motherfucking finger on my goddamn face, and everyone was like, oh, he's the actor from Pose. Oh my God, I don't give a fuck, bitch. And then he, after it all, I was just flirting with you. I don't know why you took it. I don't give a fuck. I don't flirt like that. I didn't know what was going on. All I saw was I turned around, you pointing at me like this and shit. Nah, bro, we not gonna do that. You do that with them. I don't even have to know you like that. I can go right over there and get my Henny and Coke, which I'm waiting on. I don't be trying to eavesdrop and join in on my conversation. I always stop and stare. No, I can make it awkward. Carrie, me too. I really hate it. Now here's the sad part. I be the one be doing the eaves. I be sitting there like, oh, especially when I'm walking my dog and I can't help but hear two people having a conversation that sounds a little provocative or like something going on. I'd be like, what, baby? I can't help but eavesdrop. But like to be at a restaurant and you took the whole time to just like turn over. And now, mind you, he had other people sitting over there he could talk to, but he just wanted to be in the mix. Duchess will roast if you talk about Charlie. Okay, that's what I'm saying, Ali. Like, come on, they're an extension of you. For you don't even know my dog. Call him a New York City rat, and I guess he meaning the size of him is compared to the size of a New York City rat. Bitch, that's between you and your definition. That's between you and what you see. I don't see all of that shit, and I don't know all of that shit. Keep that, keep it cute. Let's just have drinks. Let's be nice, because we can go toe to toe. You old ass man. And he had to be older, the older guys. He wasn't no little young thing. He was definitely an older guy trying to be cute and down. And I mean, nothing about it was cute or down, bro. And if you want to just get to the general point of the conversation, not interested at all. So that's how I really felt like I wanted to go. But I was like, no, I'm not going to hurt this man feeling. Let me just be nice. So I kept saying, I was like, no, that's not my dog. No. And I just turned, I'm like, why the fuck is he here? The fuck is this man? I'm trying to go somewhere different, a new spot, trying to be low key. A New York, he called him a New York rat. This is the funny thing, you all. Why do people text you when you be live? Like for the content creators, why do people who are watching you text you? Like, is that because they want to feel like they're a part of it? They want to just see you like stop and look at the phone and then know that they text you. Like, I don't get it. It was cute, but now it just throws me off. And so I'm like, for real, like, you do not have to text me. It was cute, but that shit is annoying as fuck. I'm being honest with you, because it just throws me off. Like, now I'm sitting here knowing you're watching. Yes, Coco, I'll go in and out of them subways quick. Avoid the drama if you can. Manifest it. King Roman knows you're clearly telling. Oh, thank you, Janae. Thank you. You know what my biggest problem is that, and I was just saying this to myself walking my dog yesterday. I said, Roman, it's like whenever something else in my life is developing, such as like my YouTube channel, the fruits and the elements of that growth always pour over into other elements of my life, and it makes them even better. So right now, my job and my professional career is like, it's a lot better than I ever could have thought right now at this point in my life. And so it's consuming a lot more of my time. And so I'll be up like 2 a.m. every day. And then I go to bed like around 10. And those be my days. So I really be sleeping for like 4 hours. And I just be having to work, and then do my YouTube thing. Try to be a little social. I don't really pay too much of that. I got all my life to be social. It is what it is. But it's hard because it's like I want to do so much for my channel, y'all, but I don't have the time. I be like, y'all, I'm gonna go live with y'all late at night. I'd be knocked out by 10 o'clock because I just be tired. I'd be tired. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna find a good balance. After this shit get up off of me, I'll be free around May, Memorial Day weekend, when I can just start being a little, fancy, come down here and be a little bit more. But I just be, busy. I do be watching the YouTube videos, and I drop down when I can. But not everybody and every time, because it's just hard. And the thing about dropping down is once you get in someone's live and you drop down, it's sort of like you want to engage, you want to talk. You don't want to just drop down and not be there. And if you're not going to be there to stick the whole way through, then why not? Then why drop down? It just sort of makes it seem like you're just trying to clout chase, or you just want people to know you're there. And I'd be very intentional. Like, no, if I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna be here. So if I can't, then don't fuck up nobody's flow. I respect people too much. I've seen plenty of big YouTubers grow from the beginning. So this is cute. How green you. I like the way you said that. How green you are, because green represents like growth of plants. Have you pinpoint your subbies' personalities yet? I have. I have. I think the one biggest thing is having the ability, subscribers feeling good, having the ability to agree or disagree or be able to challenge me. I don't know if that's I think it's a good thing. I love it. But I don't know if it's an extension of when I had my whole blow up thing from Tisa interview. And I haven't realized I'm just like, I wonder if they're just like trying to see like, is he gonna go? And I'm never ever gonna go there again with you all. But I like it. I'm enjoying getting to know a lot of you all. And then some of you all, we are on IG, and you know, the daily good morning, the daily, some of you all are heavy and spiritual, so I get prayers. I get a daily spiritual prayer. Thank you to, you know, who you are. All of that shit I appreciate, you know. And some of you all have followed me since last January when I told you about my situation with my family, you know, and all of that good stuff. And so some of you all have sort of offered great words of encouragement, been there. And again, it's gonna get tough when we get around holidays. So, you know, when November comes and Christmas comes, I'm gonna try my hardest to be good, but hopefully this year things will be a little bit different. I'm praying, you know, if my folks are watching, I'm praying, and I'm thinking that this might be a year where I feel different about things, because I'm, you know, just still a little bit of hurt, and so I want to get over that kind of stuff. And then I think I'll be in a place where I can have a conversation with my mom and my brothers, but I know things will definitely not sort of be the same, but I think we'll get there. I enjoy your show. You provide great content with a great personality. Thank you, Sticks girl. I appreciate you being here. Yusuf, I hope you have a great day. Can roam and live your morning show when I can't catch it. Thank you, Yusuf. I appreciate it. And I don't know if you caught it, but I said kudos to you on your interview with Shay Evans. I definitely caught that. I think I shared it too. Good shit. Yeah, listen, Yusuf, you know, and I know how hard it is to really like try to get people to collab and like and to make them feel like it's not about me. It's about the story, the topic we're talking about. So, and watching you do that, that was dope. You know, kudos. And I know you gonna have much more to come. So, and I'll be right there watching you, you know, support you definitely from the background. It's all love. Thank you. Yes, you've been doing good. Good thing you started doing the morning lives. Yes, I had to start somewhere, Carrie. I had to start somewhere. And one of my subscribers, one of you all, let me tell you how important it is to have subscribers like you all. One of you all sent me a message back in November and said, King Roman, I really think you should do celebrity news by yourself live. If that's what your channel is about, why aren't you doing it by yourself? And it had sat with me for a while because of who the person was. It's a content creator down here, and they're big and they're well known. It sat for a while. I'm like, damn. So are they saying that I shouldn't do CIA with Bree and ODS? Like, what is going on? So then as I started thinking about like, well, when are you going to be able to do that kind of stuff live by yourself? And I got to started thinking about it. I said, well, maybe I do need to start doing that live. So I decided that, you know, it might be best if I just did it live once to see how it goes. And it turned out to be like cool. I was nervous the first one, but it turned out to be cool. And I enjoyed it. So I thank that subscriber for pushing me. And this is the same subscriber who told me I should have index cards, get a bigger green screen, and told me to consider getting a better microphone. And listen, I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate all of it. I don't have no ill spirit. Yes, the Shy Heart Heroes is what we call it. 87th and Cottage or 87th and Stony, because 87th and Stony is gone, and it last I heard. And the one on Cottage, the only one I like over there is the Captain Gems, and they fish, baby. Oh, I can't wait to go back up in there. I'm about to go right to the south side of Chicago and I'm home. I used to live on 69th and Stony Island in Chicago. Now, 69th and Stony is definitely the hood. I'm not gonna fucking lie to you, but my place was a condo in a nice building. It was gated. So you have that patches in Chicago where it could be the hood, but within the hood, you have nice houses and nice streets, and then you might have a hood and a nice street and then a hood. I was on a nice street and then a hood. And that's when I had my first dog, and we didn't get along. And the fucking dog bit me. And I opened the back door up and put my dog out. And I said, "You gotta go. I don't know where you're gonna go, but you gotta go." And I opened the door up and let the dog out. I went and fell asleep on my couch. Opened the door up. Who's sitting right there? The dog. So I said, "Oh my God." So then I took the dog to the shelter and gave the dog away because I couldn't do it no more. We just didn't get along. It was the wrong kind of dog. I don't know why I thought getting like a golden retriever was going to be for me. I don't need no big happy-go-lucky dog. I need a dog with an attitude. I don't think our is like that now. I might be wrong. Carrie is the perfect time slot. That's your child. That is my child. Much more than Stacey just woke up and making tea. Dang, if I'm eavesdropping, you won't know. I do it right. But Carrie, we do. I have to admit, I definitely eavesdrop. I am an eavesdrop king. I definitely be on some. And my problem is it shows in my face. Because I could be sitting there and all of a sudden, baby, have a whole fucking story before you come out on the phone with my TT. Man, I was over there and I couldn't believe X, Y, and Z happened. I get it from her ass. Us Libras are nosy, but on the low. We are very nosy. And baby, I take copious notes. Listen, I have notes on. Oh, I can't say that because the motherfuckers be down here like, damn, you got. And yeah, I do. They want to feel special access to you. Miss told my son will be in his room as soon as he hears me on the phone right here. I told he right here now. Hey, Miss Baker, good morning. This time's fine with me. It takes me away from these annoying folks on the job. I mean, we understand, babe. Don't commit. Just come. Okay. I'm late. That's clear. That's me around this time of year. Let's go through ish. Yes. Same thing. Like Storm Monroe. Let me see. Nope, I can't. So it's crazy. And I'm not talking about Storm Monroe, but you'd be very shocked at the people that be watching your channel, and then they'll send you a message and say, or they'll drop a comment on an old video, keep doing the good work. It'd be making me very nervous. And then you feel like you got to share all their videos and you got to be like super under their ass and stuff like this and stuff. It's hard to play the political YouTube game if you got a full-time job. Sit and talk to the computer though. Yeah. Amazon has little lavalier mics for 10. Like right here. Yeah, that might be the move, really. Oh wow. Listen, because I'm definitely about to go eat in a minute in the hood like QB and 5. I don't know where they live. I know where QB works. As everybody was saying it, I was like, oh, that's Western Ave. That's Evergreen. That's near Everblack Plaza. You know the mall that's Evergreen Mall, but it's really Everblack Plaza. That's my exactly where he is where my hospital used to be, Little Company of Mary. I used to go to the hospital over there, and then we used to go all the way down to Portillo's, baby fucking Portillo's. God damn it, Chicago. I can't wait to come. I'm about to tear it up. Portillo's. Child. I knew exactly when they started saying where he at and stuff. I said, oh, I know exactly. And he worked at that one all this time. Wow. Everything hits me. I'll be like, oh, okay. I told you my second home would definitely be Chicago. Like I'm all fucking day. I was there when the White Sox played the other Chicago, the Cubs, and the Sox won. It was a fucking crazy ass time in Chicago. People in the dorms running and going crazy. I didn't know what the hell was going on. Here I am. Oh, they won. I was like, oh, okay. Here I go. So where are the teams from? Oh, they're both teams here. Oh, there's 2 teams in Chicago. I didn't know shit. I was a whole newbie. We have plenty of those type of streets here, a nice street, and you off in the hood, and then you back into a nice street. Yeah, Golden's need a large space. We did not get along and didn't understand that you need to sit your ass down, and like was up everywhere. It didn't work. It just didn't work. You're that Chicago swag. Oh, I love me some Chicago. Portillo's, baby. That's why when I be hearing the words like Joe, definitely a Chicago word. Fugazi, definitely a Chicago word. Op, definitely a Chicago word. I'm like, oh, this old shit coming back. I be sitting back in the cut laughing like, oh baby, way cold, way cold, way too cold, extremely cold. But you know, from New York to Chicago wasn't that for me. I used to drive from New York to Chicago in college, and one time I was driving, I was so sleepy, and then my auntie and uncle was following me back that I drove in a ditch on the expressway driving. And she watching me in the mirror. He just driving. And I drove in the ditch and I could see them stopping. And they pull over, yelling at me, "What you doing? You fall asleep." Cursed me the fuck out. Got into the car and they drove the car home. I'm sitting in the car mad. She just talking to me. "I told you." That was the last time I ever let her ever be in my business about when I'm taking road trips. "Are you driving?" Nope. I don't tell her I'm driving. I always tell somebody else driving. She always be in my shit. It's funny how I hear Midwest slang in New York City and people think it's from New York City. Me too. I be hearing this shit too. I'm like, that is definitely not something from New York. I can tell a New York City type of thing like mad or never, you know, like those extra words, but some stuff I can tell. You can just tell. All you gotta do is go look at the Chief Keef boys and listen to shit they say. Be some of the same shit you be hearing, like be the same shit. But I love my time out there. Are you familiar with Jadida Brown? He is an advocate in Chicago. Let me look. Is this recently? Because I moved from Chicago in 2016. Oh. Wonder what school he went to. Well, how was you mad and you drove off the road? I was sleeping. Then when I went, I kept doing this. And then finally I went too far and went right into the middle. And then as soon as I wake up, here she going knocking on the window. "Let me in." And I'm like, "For what?" "I got it. I'm sorry." And so it was a horrible time. I guess somebody mad that I told him don't text me while I'm on them. I just think that shit is rude as hell. Like, you texting me, good job. And I'm not even talking about like somebody I'm dating and not even a friend of multiple years. This is someone literally from my Facebook page who saw me drop a link months ago and has been following ever since, but we don't ever talk. And now you send me messages like that shit is annoying. It's like weird. And then you text me even when I'm not live. And I don't respond to you because I don't want a friendship or a relationship with anybody like that far back. I don't remember any stories from us. So I'm not trying to be rude or anything like that. I just, you know, and I always feel like people be trying to get over or do some shit. So I don't know who you know. And I don't know what you texting me for. So I'm not trying to be rude or nothing, but I don't even know how you got my number. Just be texting me shit like this. Oh shit, I'm putting the number out. Ooh, my bad. Oh, my bad. Oh well. All right, y'all. I mean, y'all can if y'all hit the like button if y'all want to. If you can, I appreciate it. I am about to eat something. I need to eat on something. He left the room. For what? Isn't it good? She was there. That's how my son. He thinks he knows everything. I'm not saying. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But the thing about that is my TT to this day will tell me things that I don't know about myself. For one thing, she always tells me, she says, you are overachiever. You always want to do more than what's asked of you. And that's your biggest stress is because you feel like you got to overperform or overshine or do extra shit And she always asked me, why do you feel like you got to overcompensate? What are you overcompensating for? And I told her, and that's how, we had our conversation about it. And that's the thing that I have to deal with. But I am an overachiever. You could be like, hey, can you just send an email with the date? I got to send you an email with the date, the time, the location, maybe an image of where it's at, a link. Then I have to give you the text version in case you can't pull it up on your phone. So I have to work on that because it does stress you the fuck out. You be stressed out because you feel like you got to do more than what's asked, and not everything requires that. But it's been me. Even with the YouTube shit, I feel like I gotta overdo, but you eventually get a point where you plateau and you have to do exactly, just what it is. My eyes were closed, probably from your Facebook Messenger. That's so fucking crazy. Some people are just natural go-getters. It'll wear you down, right? Right. It just wears you down. It just be like, and it's a constant all the time, so that's something I got to work on. But she'll always remind me that. She'll be like, now, is this something you need to do? Or is this something you like? Why? You ain't got to do that. Like right now, the whole reason I haven't even got a new car is because the car I have, it's been paid off. And so I haven't had a car note in like 6 months. And so I'm dying to get a car. And she's like, no, you really need to wait a year. You need to save up all that money and that you would have been paying for a car. So when you do get a car, you can just drop half on it and have a low note. You just want, do you need one? And I'm like, yeah. So those things like that. And then I really be listening to her like, that really does make sense in the grander scheme of things, but it's still my money. So I be having, she be right here all the time. And sometimes I don't tell her stuff. I'll go 5 days or 4 days without talking to her, and she'll call me. So what's going on? First thing. So what's going on? I haven't heard from you. And then she'll list everything that's outstanding. Did you do this? Did you do that? Did you? And I'll be saying like, more than my business. Yeah. I was like that at work. I do less now. I do work smarter, not harder. Right. That's the way. That's the real reason, Yes, take her advice. Save the money for the car. Yep. That's exactly what's happening. And so and when I look at this, that's like the summertime. When it be like, you just always in my business. I'll be saying to myself, I got to do something. I got to do something where she's not in my business. And it's like, I just tell her off the cuff, like, oh yeah, by the way, I did X, Y, and Z. I've learned to find my niche and flow with it. Yeah, I agree too. And not everything for everyone is for everybody else. Like there's not, how everybody else do things isn't the way you're going to do it. How everybody else succeed isn't going to way you succeed. And you should just be happy for the way somebody else succeed in their format, whatever they do, however they do it. Yeah, I know it's hard. We humans. Sometimes we look at shit and be like, damn, yo. I was on Twitter the other day and I was looking at this guy and his husband on a yacht, black couple. And I was like, damn, it was just, I was envy. I was all of that shit. It's like what I want, but I can't be mad. I just got to be like, okay, all right. That's a part of growing too, is learning how to decipher between being happy for someone and then realizing your opportunity to grow. You can be happy for someone and say, okay, you're doing that. And that's where I would like to do. So what steps do I got to take? I ain't got to beat you down. I ain't got to tell you do this. And if I feel like I want to do that, because I am human and there are moments where I just ignore the fuck out of you. That's the biggest character trait of a Libra. I think we can ignore people almost to a fault. It's bad. I'm talking about you can ignore a bitch for like years and then finally say, oh, how you been doing? Oh, hey, how you doing? Oh my God, that was you. I didn't know who was texting me. I've done that. I do that shit all the time. Like, oh, I want a new car, but I have to wait until I sell and purchase a new home. Right. And these are like a grown ass adult realistic decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing on the cuff. And, I certainly could have went and like traded my car in, but I think there was an advantage of waiting a year, at least 6 months of just sitting on those savings. and it accumulates, and it just looks like something else you can go and spend money on. But you're right. You gotta wait. You love your aunt despite her meddling ways. Yeah, you know what it does though? It makes me be like that to other people. So now you can imagine with my aunt like that to me, you can imagine how I am to like my friends, to whoever I'm dating. I'm definitely like, so you want to do that and you ain't got what? Some people hate telling me they dreams and shit, because I be like, so when you want to do that? Oh, okay. That sounds reasonable, you know. And it ain't that I'm hating. It just be like, let's live in reality. I'm so tired of spam calls. As soon as I touch my phone, here they come. I do too. Their minds always say potential spam. And I'm like, potential, bitch, it is spam. If you got to tell me it's potential, it's spam. I need a new car too. I just hate the idea of making payments. That's I think that's where I'm at right now. I'm trying to check Twitter's out. We see each other. Okay, listen. I ain't ignoring people, but sometimes it makes them want you even more. That is just so annoying. It is so annoying. It is bittersweet. It is bittersweet to have that ability to just tune bitches out and check back in when you want to, because they're gonna do everything in their power to get that attention from you. I mean everything. And you just be sitting there. I'll be laughing. I can cut a person off quick. It's not even right. I'm telling you, it's not even right. Like you wasn't even there. Like you wasn't even there. Like I can't talk about it because I know there's certain people watching me in my current life who want to be messy and mixy, who know the stories, who want to just go back and talk shit. Let's talk about meet you later. You have a busy day. It can breed stalkers even on YouTube. Oh shit, are we getting messy now? Yusuf. Y'all, that's my son when he was in school. Teacher calling me. I was happy he did it last year. Aw. I'm the type of person that doesn't give a flying fuck what anyone thinks of me. It's just not worth the energy. It isn't. And you got to be like really, really insulting my intelligence, because the outer things don't bother me. Told my son, look, stop, do what you need to do. I'm too old for this. I got those conversations too. I always, nowadays, anytime I call back with some shit, is I'm just getting a little too old. And it don't even be nothing. It be little shit like, are you going to open the pool up in the backyard this summer? Because, if you don't, it's going to start creeping into the ground. That pool is going to crack. She has an outdoor in the ground pool, 10 feet pool. And for the last 2 years, she has not opened it or nothing. And they keep telling her that if you don't open that pool and like have the water flow out, what's going to happen is it's going to start cracking that concrete and getting into the ground. And it's going to raise the pool up out the ground, which has happened to us before. So I asked her this year, are you going to open the pool? Damn near cursed me out. You gonna pay for it? Are you gonna be here to manage it and monitor it? Okay, then I need to figure. There's some things I need to work on. So I'm like, oh, okay. I know now I know when I want to push her buttons, what I'm gonna ask you. So I know every time she pushed my buttons, I turn right around. So are you thinking about opening the pool up this year? Oh God, I love it. It takes too much energy trying to please people. Just do yourself and do what makes you happy. I agree. He shut down. He doesn't do all that going back and forth. I call her sister. I'm coming. Oh, I'm getting too heavy. Oh, yeah, I know he was sitting here. Oh, you get too heavy, bro. You want to say hi? You see? Look. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? I ain't fucking with y'all this morning. The New York City rat. Baby, I was like to go off. All right, y'all. I've been keeping y'all hostage for long enough. This was a good live. I appreciate y'all being here too. And I feel like every time we go live, we get to know each other. We get to grow. So thank you all. Yes, Ali, thank you. He is over it. He ready to be outside. It's my day off, so I'm taking my time. They say it's expensive, and my family has salt water. I think that's what it is. Salt water. I wish my dog was that calm. Thank you, Miss Margot, and thank you for being a member, and thank you for being here too. Thank you all the members. Thank you for being members and subscribers of the channel. Thank you. I might go live when we go out for a run just to kick the shit. I delete it later, but I do what I want to do and delete it on the channel. I'm not gonna worry about that anymore. Damn, you sure you in the camera? Oh, you pulling what the beef sector folks do. You get up it close in the camera. You ain't showing nobody, huh? He said, nope, I'm doing what they do. You all up in the camera. Damn, nigga, you finna get doxxed. Oh, you about to get doxxed. All right, y'all. It has been my pleasure. I will see you all in these streets. Yes, love you too, Carrie Ray. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Y'all hit the like button for me too, and share, subscribe, and until next time. And until next, and you gonna put it up for me? You gonna put deuces up? You gonna do deuces? Deuces.
Dark side, light this bitch up.
What up? Oh shit.